What's up, boys? We're back on this beautiful ass Monday. I hope you guys are excited as hell because I'm excited to see you. I know I had to take off Saturday, but I was a little busy, but it all went really, really well. I'm really happy, really satisfied, and I can't wait to talk to my boys in chat. So make sure you guys like the stream. I know we already hit the goal, but let's do it again. Let's push it higher. Can we take the goal higher? Anybody know the damn Yankees? Come on now. Ted Nugent rocks. Anyways, we're getting to hell on it, doggone it. I appreciate you guys so much for everything you do. There's so many things have happened in the last couple of days. It's hard to keep up with, man. I was trying to keep up with it while I was at the track, and it's kind of hard, man. But yeah, so more channels have been hit. More channels have been flagged for, adult content. Crazy stuff like that going on. Jeremy deleted his Discord, which is very interesting. I think it's probably likely to hide the evidence of what's going on behind the stream because there's apparently a lot of people in there, including the bull guy, who is they're all dived in there hard as hell. They're going hard as hell. So that's probably what the first move was, to get all that out of the way. Also, Luther Morgan dropped a video today about a possible charity scam, which we're going to watch through. And we're also going to pull up a video that was just refreshed of the Quartering talking about stolen content. People stealing content's unacceptable. Well, isn't this a weird turntable situation where the stolen content, he is now the one that stole the content. Shocking? I don't know. You decide. So let's jump into this shit. I know Kino Casino's live, guys, so you don't have to stay with me because they're gonna be covering shit all night. But I stream on Mondays, so we're here to be obsessed with the Quartering. So if you guys don't know, just real quick before we get into it, I do have to bring this up. I raced in the NASCAR race at Talladega Saturday. It was awesome. Thank you to LawCal, Boogie Wings, Steak, Keemstar. Thank you to Ones for coming. George, everybody that was there. You guys are awesome. We had a great race. It was awesome. It was my career best finish at Talladega, my home track. Loved it. We went a lap down early on. I got stuck behind a guy that just didn't want to go. And at Talladega, you got to go. Like, you got to draft the whole time. But I got my lap back about halfway through the race. We marched to the front, and at the very end, we all went to the checkered flag, 30 of us just side by side. And I got a really good run on the outside, and I finished 13th. Very, very awesome. Really, really good points day. Very cool to see. Had so much fun, and God, I was just so relieved. I was so relieved that we had a solid-ass day, and I got my career best at Talladega. So next year, we got to get that top 5. Hell yeah. So at any rate, thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys are having a good ass Monday. Let's make it a little better. Billy with a gold boy says, I wasn't expecting Jared to nuke his Discord. Also, don't think he's going to do what Rich did. Yeah, people are, thank you, Billy. People are comparing this to Review Tech USA. I think this is much worse, because Review Tech he'll reflect sometimes. He'll be like, I fucked up. Jeremy's not doing that. So Crazy Sharper Than Orange Boy, before we even started the show, said Jeremy was cool with me and even gave me one of the first spots in the partner program for his coffee company. I really wish he would just come out and either admit what he did, or he has always said, bring the receipts. That is very important. A lot of people that are affiliates with Coffee Brand Coffee has come out and been like, what the hell's going on? That's pretty crazy shit. So that's pretty brave. So I appreciate that, Crazy Sharp. Big shout out to G5Z7SA. He said, how did you do? We finished 13th. We had a great day, man. Great day at Talladega. There was 40 cars out there. We beat almost all of them. 13th. It's a good ass day for me. So next year we got to do better. Top 10 would be really nice next year. Maybe a little bit better. So I'm excited. Looking for some new sponsorship for primary. Wrap the whole car in it like we did LawCal. So thank you guys for that. Thank you, G57. SA, thank you, baby. I love you. First pink boy, best pink boy. Thank you. Ben Ryder says, watch Kino Casino. I'll catch up. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, Ben. Blue Collar, what's up? Says, need naked snake. Also, F the Quartering. What a scumbag, man. You ain't lying, dude. It's been pretty crazy the last couple of days. Thank you, buddy. Billy says, the Pounder is under attack by naked snake, and the Bull NATO is coming after his red F-150. You ain't lying, buddy. You ain't lying, dude. Riley Goss, how's everyone's weekend? Oh, my God. You ready? Doobie-doobie-doo. Thank you, Riley. Timid Observer, I think he was a seat filler for WHCD because they were struggling to fill the room doing shots with guys. Oh, thank you, Tim. Timid Observer, I appreciate you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, man, for all your support as usual. You know. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. John Smith with a red boy. Let me switch back. Oh, by the way, you brought up a good point, Dab. So the Quartering claimed last week that he cold turkeyed alcohol. The next day, he was caught on stream slamming Fireball airplane bottles. You know you're down bad when you're slamming airplane bottles. Like, right? So I've had people, I've hung out with in the past or, had house parties, and the quintessential like alcoholic will show up, and we got the beer that's all provided. They have beer, they have claw, there's a little bit of whiskey for everybody. And then the alcoholic shows up with like 30 airplane bottles that he bought at the gas station for no reason. Just slamming these cheap ass, disgusting airplane bottles all night. And I'm like, what are you doing, brother? Thank you, John. I love you. I appreciate you. Shout out to my boy. You're goated as hell. Hell yeah. Thank you, buddy, for your red boy. I love you. By the way, it's a rainbow night already. Isn't that insane? Thank you, buddy. Calling out Kuda. No, not Kuda. I'm thinking of other people. He's an alcoholic too. Thank you, John. Intimidator says, hey, Cody, congrats on getting top 15 at Talladega this past weekend. I hope you had a great weekend as well. Get on it, dog. On it. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Foil Graham says, you cool with RTU? Used to watch you, but I am. Now, the unfortunate truth is, if you say anything derogatory or could be perceived as derogatory about RTU, like he's going to be like, I hate you for life. And that's fine. I don't hate him at all. I still pop up in his stream sometimes when he's not kind of talking about anything annoying. You're talking about some games or shit, I'll pop in it. I like Rich. He hates me probably, and that's fine. But I don't have any ill will towards him at all. Billy Hatcher says Jared Bear didn't look like us looking into the past, and the Cuck didn't want everybody to see what he does on Discord. Yeah, that's for damn sure. Thank you, Billy. Billy says Rainbow Night in 8 minutes, fastest ever. You ain't lying, baby. And Sean Bett says Kino Casino voice. He deleted his Discord. He sits on a king's throne. He watches his wife with the bull. Oh my God, brother. Thank you, Sean. All right, boys. We are caught up with super chats. Thank you guys so much. The pink and the red boys. I love you. I appreciate you guys for getting us there. You guys are goated as hell. We're already halfway to Naked Snake. This is insane. Doesn't happen this fast. God, this is great. We might hit Fight Milk tonight. If we hit the Fight Milk goal, boys, we'll be chugging some milk and some whiskey, or probably gin. We don't have whiskey, do we? You don't have any gin? Well, we're gonna figure something out. There we go. Okay. All right. Anyways, all right, boys. Here we go. It's time. Here's the goals up. We're up against the 611th Naked Snake in a row. There it is. Oh, my God. Thank you. All right. Let's jump right into the sauce, guys. Thank you, ones. I appreciate you, brother. You owe us a free pop. You know what? Shut your mouth, Chai T. Don't say anything. Stop speaking. Stop saying things. Okay? Stop. What's up, Anna? How you doing? Let me say hi to a few people in chat. Lester's Logic. PDH playing well. She sure is. Smooth Jaw. What's up, brother? Mick Stellar, of course. Kino Hydra Head. Hell yeah, brother. Chai T, Peachy Peach, Billy. J2725T. What's up? How you doing? Death Trout. How you doing, buddy? Foil Grim. How you doing? And there's Shorty. What's up, baby? How you doing? Nightmares here. How you doing, buddy? All right. So let's jump into the sauce, guys. Meat pubbing. Oh my God. Let's jump right into the sauce. Black Sheep's here too. Okay, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. All right. Even back, Cecil. Fuck Cecil. Thank you, Carify. I love Cecil. I'm joking. There's no beef. I just like saying fuck Cecil. It's funny. It's funny to fuck Cecil. Literally and figuratively. Cliff has at a house Cletus. Cletus is actually Cletus is great. I walked him to Cletus's hauler and he signed my helmet for me and we talked about the race. He's a kick-ass dude. He's down to earth as hell. I like him a lot. All right. Let's jump right into the sauce. So if you guys did not know, okay, the Quartering deleted his Discord. Now, let me give you a little bit of a context here. So we're going to watch Rev's video probably about this as well. But basically what happened is some people found out that the Quartering may have a bull. And they found the bull's name. And what a bull is somebody that comes over and bangs your wife and you watch. That's what a bull is. If you guys didn't know. So he flagged the Kino Casino clip channel for talking about it. The Quartering did. He claimed he didn't. But a few days later, he accidentally leaked his URL while sharing his screen, his past URLs, recent URLs. And it said that he had reported some YouTube channels on there. So it looked like he did it. Now, it wasn't a guarantee on who he did it, but he did, in fact, hit somebody. So a list of clips. I mean, usually it's one person. If you see everything getting hit that's talking about the same creator, it's usually one person, right? So at any rate, everything starts getting hit, and that makes everything way, way worse. So everything started exploding. Kino Casino was talking about it. I've been talking about it. Yellow Flash has been talking about it. Everybody's been talking about it, right? So it's starting to blow. It's been blowing up over and over. I shared a video on X the other day of the Quartering just walking around the Ren Fair and like making weird sexual remarks about mothers that had children with them in earshot. And I thought it was kind of strange. So I posted it. It went hyper viral. It trended for about a day straight, which was spooky. So that was another thing. Okay. So him not coming out and just being like, look, I flagged this channel in a moment of weakness. I'm a dumbass. I'm going to do everything I can to get it back. And then just stay quiet. He would have been fine, but that's not what he did. He dug in even harder. He said people were talking about his wife and he was drawing the line there, but also he has mentioned his wife over 2,000 times and only 1,000 streams. Plus 2 days later, he posted a picture on his community tab of him and his wife, right? So if you don't want your wife to be a public person, why are you doing it, right? It almost seems like he's doing it for fun. Now he claims he's being harassed and people are coming to his house and he's in danger. Oh, by the way, he started hitting other people on Twitter the other day when he was drinking, I guess. I don't fucking know. And people were like, why are you making this worse, Jeremy? And he responded, because it's fun for me. But then he claims his family and his co-host are being harassed. But he's the catalyst for the harassment. And that's fun for him. So either A, his family's not being harassed, or B, he's a sociopath and he doesn't really care. Now, let's jump into a little bit, some math here. So it looks like the Rumble deal with Jeremy is not a thing, right? Because Chris Pavlovsky came out and said it wasn't. That's the CEO of Rumble for everybody that doesn't know. So Jeremy was bragging that he had a 5-year salary from Rumble. So he can just burn money to sue everybody into oblivion. That's what he was going to do. He said this in DMs to Josh Moon. Well, guess what? Chris Pavlovsky came out and said no one has a 5-year deal with Rumble. Not even close. Probably less than 2-year deals for most of these people. And Rumble said themselves they were no longer going to do partnerships like this anymore. If they were, the Roach King would have one right now. He doesn't. He's just streaming to 2,000 people on Rumble, doing pretty good, right? So, at any rate, that was debunked immediately. So what does that mean? That means Jeremy doesn't have an income stream right now, other than Coffee Brand Coffee, which looks like it's in a lot of trouble because he didn't renew the trademark, the copyright and the trademark for it. He just let it lapse for some reason. That's weird. I think Billy Mitchell might scoop it up. I don't know. That'd be funny. But at any rate, looks like he's in a little bit of a pickle. There's no more money coming in from Rumble. His YouTube channel, by the math, Worski said he did the math on this and said it was bringing in less than $3,000 a month, which is a diabolical, right? His Rumble's not bringing anything. His super chats are less than $10 a stream, which is unbelievable, to be honest. I can't believe that. That's crazy to me. So it looks like his revenue stream is dried up almost less than $5,000 a month. Maybe let's be nice to him and say he's bringing in $10,000 a month. His mortgage alone is $10,000. His mortgage alone is $10,000 because he refinanced his house, got the equity out, $300,000 loan at a 7% interest rate. And I know that sounds like crazy. It sounds kind of like a different language for people who don't know about mortgages, but that's like a $1.8 million mortgage. It's $10,000 a month, right? Now let's add in his car payments. He has a Cybertruck. Let's add in he has private planes. Now, granted, they're like Cessnas and shit, I think. But still, got that. RC cars. Other projects. You're looking at $20,000, $25,000 a month. Probably of a nut. And he's bringing in probably less than 10, I would say, is very safe to say. Also, keep in mind, he's paying Hannah Claire $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And so is he for Melanie Mack. So guess what that is? That's $30,000 now. $25,000 a month, nut. You're bringing in $8,000. What happens in a year? That's the issue. That's what we're looking at. I 100% expect Melanie Mack, and now I'm not speaking for anybody. Look, I expect Hannah Claire and Melanie Mack to be leaving the show within the next 2 weeks. I think I can say that with some confidence. Could be wrong. But if you look at Hannah Claire, who's not done anything really wrong, she's just doing her job. Look at her YouTube channel, man. I'll pull it up in a second. Her entire comment section is just Jeremy memes. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh yeah, don't forget Dolan Tired. His property tax is probably 10 to 20 grand a year. Bro, it's borrowed time. Anyways, let's hit these super chats because I know I see him going crazy. Can we watch Phil? Hell no. I'm a big Phil fan. Okay. I'm a Phil stan. Okay. I don't know anything about Phil. But every time I see a clip of him, it's hilarious. It's got to be an act, you know? By the way, speaking of an act, John B. Smith with a super chat. I think a fight milk might happen tonight, guys, because we're already halfway there. Thank you so much, Narcman. I mean, Narcman. John B. Smith, the Narcman is the bull. I saw that today. And now I don't know anything about the Narcman, but I saw that poster talking about. Thank you so much. I haven't read into it, though. Thank you, John. I love you, but thank you so much for your giant red boys. You're a crazy bastard. I really appreciate that. I will take it as payment for finishing 13th. Because I don't get any of the winnings. Okay. I just don't. My deals are pure sponsorship provided deals. So I don't make anything off of them. If I had more sponsorship and I was racing full time, I would get like 20%. Because that's usually what you work into the contract. My one-off deals are one-off deals, no contract usually. So I just show up and drive and then I go home. So thank you. These are my winnings from Talladega. Thank you. Thank you, John B. I love you, buddy. I appreciate that, dude. Loot Snakes. Billy says, whoa, buddy. What are the oranges for? Hold on. I need to move this to the main tab. I keep having to switch tabs to do this. Is that Jeff on the road? Oh, my God. Thank you for coming, buddy. I appreciate that. Big shout out to Jeff on the road for being badass. Tim and Observer says, can you detail describe how the setup felt all day? Was it loose, tight? Did it fight it? Easy control, stable, shaky? It was stable as hell. It was easily the best driving Talladega car I've ever had. Extremely snug. It went anywhere I wanted to go. It's just getting trapped a lap down and behind some slower cars early on screwed everything up. And it's not always a good thing to have a car that's super fast by itself. So there was a guy in front of me who eventually wrecked, who I couldn't catch. I could run with other people and we could bump draft. And this guy in front of me, his car was too good by itself, which means it was probably a little bit lacking in the draft. And I couldn't get to his bumper. So we couldn't go any faster. That's what screwed everything up. If he was like a little bit better in the pack and slower by himself, we would have been bump drafting. We would have never lost a lap there. But at any rate, it saved us from getting caught up in that giant wreck with like 20 cars, right? So it all worked out. How much is sponsorship? For a primary, it's like 15,000 to 20,000, depending on the series. And then it goes down from there, obviously. Thank you, Tim. I love you. That's just that pays for the deal, right? So, Deported Sicilian Gamer says, Quartering co-run should run a charity with the completion. No, God, not Gerard. Thank you. 5PA says that mortgage payment. Woo. Here, Camelot, this can be put towards your mortgage. Thank you, buddy. It's not much, but it's a day's work. Thank you, buddy. Sauce says, congratulations on top 13. I always like Hannah on Pop Culture Crisis. I see she's married and has a kid. Now, that's always a good thing. Thank you, man. All right. Appreciate all you guys. And big shout out to John B. Smith. You goated. All right. Let's jump into the sauce today, guys. We're jumping directly in to the sauce. So get ready. Make sure you guys fasten your seatbelts, okay? Because we're going, there ain't no way back. Here we go. Let's cover the Discord deletion. We got so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start, brother. But let's start with this. This will be the easiest thing to start with for you guys to get your whistles a little wet and ready to go. So this right here says, I think we're witnessing the eventual end of the Quartering's content creation career. He's having a full-blown meltdown involving Kino Casino, Sidescrollers, his own audience, Rumble, YouTube, Discord, and even his coffee business. He's been caught in various lies, hypocrisy, creepy behavior, and basically shooting himself in the foot at every turn. Now, this is very, very important, the hypocrisy thing. I'm going to show you a video in a minute that's going to blow your asshole out the water. Here's a full list of everything going on right now. Alleged false flagging, take down the casino channel and various other channels. His YouTube shorts have turned into stolen content for 5 seconds of him talking and minutes of stolen content with his watermark on it. This is a sticking point for me. A repeat of drunk posting on X and then deleting them with threats and pretending it didn't happen. Creepy IRL behavior while drunk at the Renaissance Fair with him calling women thick, DTF, cup overfloweth, sometimes with kids around, in earshot. Very important. By the way, that was my video that I made that went viral. Now, obviously, I got the video clips from the forum, but like I clipped them all together and put it on there. But the watermark for the guy that got it was on there, so that's good. Lies about the coffee brand business, where people are alleging that it was a dropship repurposed coffee from another roaster called Mill Creek, which has been pretty much confirmed at this point. Lies about the Rumble contract, where he claimed he had a 5-year contract, and then the CEO, Chris Pavlovsky, contradicted him. That there's no creator that has a 5-year deal. Spagudios. Calls Sidescrollers a nothing show. Says Melanie Max slumming it. Threatens to leak the DMs. By the way, in the DMs, Craig was nothing but nice, and he claimed he was nothing but nice to Craig, but he also called Craig's show a slummy show during the time the DMs were happening, which is very interesting. He then deletes his Discord, which is part of his Patreon's perks, by the way. So people have paid. They have paid their hard-earned cash to be in the Quartering's Discord. Why? I do not know, but they did. And guess what? They lost access. Will they be getting a refund? Oh, I doubt it. So, where does that leave us? I don't know about you, but it seems a little spicy. He inflates views with content theft shorts while trying to flood the SEO with his own name. Keep in mind, he's also admitted to buying subs and admitted to buying views through advertisement and Google AdSense. I got to put this out here. Maybe other shady ways. I don't really know. I got to put this out here. Okay. Very, very important to say. Okay. Very, very important to say. He has admitted to buying these views. He's admitted to buying all these things, right? Right? This destroys your channel, and I'm surprised it lasted this long. Okay? Buying subs, buying views, that lowers your click-through rate, your average view duration, and everything. I don't know how it took this long to catch up on him and destroy him, right? That would destroy anybody. Look, we've all had those thoughts. When I first started YouTube, I was like, man, I could just buy some views. This was before I ever put out one video, right? Like before the GameStop days, right? And I was like, man, I could just buy some views. That'd be easy, right? But I thought to myself, I'm like, but the average view duration would probably be really low. So I researched a little bit and I was like, yeah, that's not worth it. And then it took off by itself. And then I really was kicking myself, right? I was like, man, that was a good idea to not do that, because you don't have to do that. You just got to do your due diligence and just make some content people want to watch, and it works out, right? But he's still admitting to buying views. And I got to put this out there. The reason he's likely doing this is because his channel is unwatchable, brother. Now, I don't know about a couple years ago. I always thought it was kind of boring, but a lot of people are. Who cares? But if you watch a clip now, he can't even form a sentence. It's almost as if he needs scripts, right? Some people just need scripts. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in that. A lot of people aren't good at public speaking. But holy ball ass, you turn on a Quartering. The clip I'm about to play here in a moment, it's like the hypocrisy clip of all time from Jeremy. The clip I'm about to play, he says, so it's like the thing is, for like the first 30 seconds. He never even says a thing. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? Start saying things. You know what I'm saying? So at any rate, it's just all catching up. There's too much competition. Rhino, too much competition. That's the most important thing here. All of this is causing massive damage to his core audience, and on the core demographic, he needs to keep his content alive. The Quartering was somebody who made it using cheap SEO tricks with content that barely was transformative, no deep analysis, no original filmmaking, no strong personality hook, angry guy reacting to things. SEO as a concept is ending with AI-powered search algorithms, and his method of making money in SEO gaming is likely not working anymore, causing him massive anxiety and a drunken crash out since he has never made any content that was truly transformative. He doesn't know what to do in the post SEO world. Here's one silver lining, if you will. Okay. One silver lining is the fact that he does have a lot of shit, right? He could sell all of his shit, and whatever equity he has in it, he can put that shit away. And he always has the option of selling his house. Now, granted, I don't think he has equity anymore because he pulled it all out, right? With that 7% interest rate. That sucks. But other than that, he can still sell the house, but at least he could, sell his cars and all that shit and make a little bit of money and get the hell out there, get a small downsize. But unfortunately, Jeremy, the only thing he values is stature and the appearance of success, the appearance of domination. And that's probably where the alcohol is coming from. All right, let's hit these super chats. Thank you, guys. Your bros 5 milk. You know what? Go fuck yourself, Billy. How about that? I unpromise. I think we're going to hit it anyway, though, Billy. I love you. M. Dimmel. Congratulations on your Talladega success. Love you, brother. We're proud of you. Keep it well. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Talladega was awesome. I appreciate you. Career best finish. Shout out to the Law Cowboys. Thank you, guys. Shout out to Boogie for walking like freaking 3 miles. He was walking everywhere. I was proud of him. Thank you. Thank you, M. Dimmel. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'll tell PDH you said hi. M. Dimmel said hi. She said hello. She's sitting right here. Thank you, man. Nerdy McKenna. What's up, baby? She's back. Here we go. 10 gifted members. Oh my God, we're actually getting memberships today. Wow. Lucky me. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for the memberships. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Nerdy Mechanics, the best. Appreciate you. One says, if you want to sponsor Cody and NASCAR or ARCA, email me at 12cents, packages for all biz. Hey, yeah, you can do that. Yes, do that. Do that. One's got us the Law Cow deal together. Email one or me, whichever one you want to do. One of us works. John Smith. We are only 400 to 5 milk. This is crazy. John B. Smith said there's snakes unlocked. Oh, God, it's Snake. We got the snake. I'm trying to press the button. All right, thank you. Thank you, John Smith. You are goated, man. You went too hard today. You did not have to do that. I appreciate it, brother. I really, really do. Thank you. I did take a day off, so the overage amount to the 5 milk really helps. So I really appreciate that, John. Thank you, Ones. I love you. I already saw that. I already read that one. Love you, buddy. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. And Billy says, I've been thinking about it. Maybe he did the drama while Casino was away and now it's suddenly quiet. Also, Boogie's fun to hang out with. Yeah, Boogie's great. And Boogie's like, he's a shitbag and has done some shit. I get it. But he's a sweet guy to be around. And he's very nice. He's not an asshole or anything. Not to me anyway. He might be to you. You deserve it a little bit, Billy. I'm going to be honest. But at any rate, let's move on. So I just wanted the guys to cover that. That was kind of like a recap. And then we're going to cover, we have several videos to go over. So it's going to be wild as hell. One is the Discord, the Coffee Brain Coffee, for some odd reason. The Coffee Brain Coffee Discord is still safe. It's still there right now. Why is that, you say? I don't know, but there it is. Coffee Brain Coffee. The Discord is still active. It's still there. Why is that, you say? Why would the Quartering Discord be gone, but the Coffee Brain Coffee Discord is still there? Is it for the affiliates that are partnered with the Coffee Brain Coffee Company? I don't know, but I will say, is there anything, okay, that could have been on the Quartering's Discord that could, I don't know, lead to some more roasting? You know what I'm saying? I think so. Do you think so? I'm going to say there was probably a couple guys on there. Because another bull has apparently been allegedly identified. And I'm just going to be honest here. The way you see, you guys probably know. Anybody that's like knows women, kind of, you probably understand this. You can see how a woman reacts when she's around certain men. They're all like giddy and like kind of touchy-feely. And you know for a fact, you're like, she digs this dude. Right? She's not like that with her husband. She's like this with this random guy. Right? I don't know. I don't know. What's up, Ruin Leon? You said you saw your shit. Where are you at, baby? Where the hell did you go? I want to see you. I want to see you, man. Where are you at, man? I don't see your ass. You liar. You lied to me. Oh, yeah, Brittany posted this, too. I want to see this. So I had it bookmarked. Thank you. Timid Observer, Final Lot Monarch. I love you. Appreciate it, brother. Nobody deals with Jeremy. Hell yeah, Cam Nuggets. Well, no one's jealous, okay? No one's jealous of Jeremy in any way, shape, or form other than like his subscriber count, right? And I'll tell you this from a perspective, okay? So a lot of people, they see subscriber count and it's amazing, right? And I'm not going to be able to word this correctly because it's hard to talk about. Thank you, Daniel. Another bullshit attack. Yes, sir. I was just talking about that. So quick segue real quick. So when I first started YouTube, I was like, man, if I just had like 10,000 subs, I would be so happy. That would be the coolest shit that's ever happened, right? And then my YouTube blew up and I hit 100K in a few months. And all I ever wanted, I was like 100K would be like, that's the benchmark. And then when I hit it, I kind of didn't really care as much. You know, I was still putting out videos, obviously. And then I had another one blow up and I went to 200, over 200K. But people see that, like a normal person, everyday person that doesn't do YouTube will see that. And they're like, holy shit, that's insane. I wish I had that. And to be fair, it's not really a big deal. You know, it's cool as hell. I'm very thankful. But it's not something to be like jealous over. And that's the only reason why anybody would be jealous of Jeremy. He's like, oh, he has 2 million. Oh, right? That's the only reason. Otherwise, I mean, no one's going to be jealous of being obese, bald, smelly, a drunk, likely a cuck, creepy as fuck. Look, I know I'm sounding really mean right now, and I'm not trying to be, but watching that Ren Fair video, Jeremy said, because keep in mind, the Ren Fair video is the thing I posted, and Jeremy quote tweeted it. And he said it was completely normal behavior. And we are all just clutching pearls. Every guy actually goes out in public and catcalls women and with their children around and says, "Oh God, oh wow, they're so sexy. Oh wow, oh God, she's DTF. Her body's so tight." Yeah, all guys do that apparently, except me. I guess I'm not a real guy. Has anybody in the chat ever done that? That's a guy. You just walk around. Oh yeah. Oh, I will tell you one person that does that. I recognize one person in my life that does that, and his name was Egg. He was my store manager at GameStop for 2 years before I became a store manager. He would do that shit. He was the most disgusting dude on the planet, but he did that. And when I saw Jeremy's video, when I saw the Jeremy in that video I posted, I was like, holy shit, that's Egg, bro. Egg does that. Oh, yeah. Like, he did that shit. And Egg is like a fucking diabolical human. Like a terrible human, bro. The worst. So that's what I thought of immediately. Behavior that justifies getting punched in the face isn't normal. I agree, Nerdy. I agree. I'm right there with you. Right there with you, baby. But apparently it's normal behavior, guys. So don't worry about it, right? Shout out to Ruin Leon, by the way. Hope you're doing well, buddy. All right. So shout out, we're 405 from Fight Milk for the first time in forever. All right. There you go. All right, let's check out this video from Brittany Venti. I have a lot to go through, so I'm trying to get through it, boys, but I keep talking to chat because I just love you guys so much. You gay bastards. I love you. All right, here we go.
So here's my theory. Here's my theory about the fake
What's going on, everyone?
thing.
Jeremy,
like I've been saying, I think I'm trying to rewind the video. I think that Quartering here, I think he has a little bit of brain damage, a lot of brain damage from the alcohol abuse. And so I think we're seeing that in real time. I'm going to show you guys the timestamp. This is from his Jeremy Hambly channel. This is from 7 hours.
Oh, I did not mention this, by the way. So the Quartering stopped posting on his main channel and started posting on a different channel called Jeremy Hambly. Probably to test the algorithm and see if it has better pull. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't imagine it could be because subscriber count doesn't matter, but we are in a new age right now. You guys that watch streams and watch videos, you pick who you want to watch based on their entertainment value. You have too many options, right? You have so many options that you don't really settle for less anymore, and you shouldn't, right? You shouldn't settle for less. You should watch who entertains you, who can keep you engaged, and who you enjoy. Dude, I watch people all the time. I'll crack open a claw on a Friday night when I'm not streaming. I'll pull up one of the streams I like to watch, which is something like probably a stream none of you even know of. It's just like a video game stream from this guy. I watch him all the time. Just a small creator. I'll crack a few claws. I like the guy. I watch him play Resident Evil. I have a great time, right? You know, and I'll play some Resident Evil or something on my other monitor. It's like I'm playing with a friend, like LAN or something. You know what I'm saying? People do. You have too many options right now, and the Quartering is just not he's not entertaining, and YouTube's algorithm doesn't work the way where it would just force you to watch that shit anymore. And to be honest, the culture war is kind of fatigued. You know, we're kind of fatigued. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like, I'm not saying anybody won. I'm just, people are tired of being like, Disney's hates or they love gays. I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna not watch the movie, right? I'm just not gonna watch the TV show. I determined I wasn't watching the Harry Potter TV show the first day they announced casting. I was like, yeah, I'm never watching that. I'm not gonna watch 600 videos based on the casting for Harry Potter. I already have made my decision. I'm not interested. That's the point, right? So I think people are over it, and especially a lot of people are fatigued with politics. Now, I'm not saying if you're not, then you're a bad person. I'm just saying a lot of people are. I am. I turned it off on my feed on Twitter. I turned off politics. Now I'll turn it back on eventually, but I just wanted to see video game shit. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. My mortgage is expensive. You know what I'm saying? At any rate, so people have a lot of options now. So he's testing the waters on the Jeremy Hambly YouTube page. He did post a video of him at the bowling alley on his main page reacting to the attempted assassination of the president the other day. And then he muted his mic on accident and he didn't have any audio. What? Is this day one on YouTube? And then he deleted the video. It's wild. Anyways, let's...
hours ago. The channel that he's hiding out on. Now, you guys all know about the doobie-doobie-doo filler he does. That's his little thing. But we don't even get doobie-doobie-doo anymore.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
There you go, guys. I know you want to hear it.
Doobie-doobie-doo. Doobie-doobie-doo.
I got it on the soundboard ready for you.
Or this is what we get now.
What planet is that not a totally normal response for any human who's been through
What?
Anybody who's been through this?
He failed.
What just happened? I thought the video froze. What? Bro, in editing, you can hit Control T twice and remove that dead air. Oh my God. I've flubbed a line before, brother. Hold on, let's go back. I got to see this.
Who's been through this? Been through it. Is that not a totally normal response for any human who's been through anybody who's been through this?
He failed the skill check. He
my
failed the skill
God,
check
dude.
so bad. It's crazy.
Where is the picture? Hold on, let me find the picture. Here we go. This was Jeremy. I'm sorry, guys. I love this picture. It's one of my favorites of all time. Every time I see it, I laugh, no matter the context, because I'm a child. Okay, but check. Like this is what just happened to Jeremy right here. Look at this. Doesn't look like he was talking. He was not doing nothing. He won't doing shit. Okay, check this out. This is what he was just doing. Oh my God. Oh, and the only thing in his brain was this.
Doobie-doobie-doo. Doobie-doobie-doo. Doobie-doobie-doo.
I'm sorry. I love that picture so much. I don't know why. The cat just looks pissed. I love it. All right. Let's play it again. Let's play again. It's like,
for any
like 20 seconds long, by the way.
human who's been through
Oh my God.
anybody who's been
I can't believe every time I hear this, I'm like, how is this possible? How is this possible? Whew. Why didn't you just edit that out, brother? Charitard says, how is old Bearing handling this? They used to stream together along Dankla, I think. I have no idea. Crash out, brother. You see what happened? You see what happens when you fight a stranger in the Alps, Charitard? Here's what happened, everybody. The quartering went towards the grift. I think the word grift is thrown around a lot, right? So basically, anybody that doesn't like you online as a streamer, they call you a grifter. No matter what it's about. Shit, I was called a grifter for just making GameStop videos. I worked there for 11 years. I don't even know. But at any rate, everybody's called a grifter, right? If you're a streamer. The word grifting, I think, is born out of Jeremy. I think Jeremy is one of the legit, like, the word actually means Jeremy Hambly. Because he's like, politics, right? Just all politics. Because that was the hot shit, right? And then it started being Star Wars is evil. Gays. You know? Jeremy's like, Star Wars evil gays, right? He's doing all these things. Jumping right into it. And then what happened, everybody? The manosphere. You guys know what I'm talking about. The Fresh and the Fits, the whatever podcast people, they started getting real popular. Okay. What did Jeremy do? Well, now Jeremy's a trad Christian man that's a Chad. He's a Chad now. He's a Chad Christian man. Women need to be 18 years old, no sexual partners, all that good shit. Jeremy did say that he often thinks about leaving his wife and getting a 20-year-old new wife somehow, as if that's possible. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the smell. How's that gonna happen? You want to pay her ass probably like $1 million up front, to put your blob on her. No one wants to do that shit. Hell nah, brother. Hell nah. Mail her, bro. Yeah. So that being said, he's part of that now. But when everything came crashing down, you notice that he's none of these things. He doesn't actually believe any of this shit. Right? This guy was crashing out on my Twitter the other day. Just crashing out defending Jeremy. I never responded once. Because I don't care. I don't respond when people are crashing out. I don't give a fuck. He's just I think he replied on my X thread, I think 33 times. One guy. Jeremy's most popular kind of quote is, he's not left or right. He's just himself, right? I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm just me, right? You know what's weird? The person that was crashing out all night on my Twitter thread, their bio said, I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm just me. And I laughed my ass off. Because Jeremy's really, really bad at hiding all this shit. Did you see what happened to his Facebook threats? I'll pull that up next. Pretty wild shit. Jared's officially slower than Internet Explorer. Oh my God. Vixen, what's up, baby? Fire PA says, is he the butt-ass penguin? Doobie-doobie-doo. Thank you. Appreciate you. Android, that cat. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It gets my ass every time. Every time, boys. Will we hit Fight Milk? I think we might. We're only 390 away at the beginning of the show. This is crazy support, guys. I really appreciate you guys tonight. Supporting tiny channels like mine means a lot to me, especially after taking Saturday off to race at Talladega. It's awesome. We finished 13th, my best career finish in a NASCAR race at Talladega. Exciting. So thank you guys for all the love tonight. I love you. I appreciate you. All right. So let's continue
through this.
He failed the skill check. He failed the skill check so bad. It's crazy. Because I would understand if he's pausing to think, but he's really not. He just stopped in the middle of a basic sentence. Like, he's trying to make a basic point. Listen.
Home. On what planet is that not a totally normal response for any human who's been through
skill check? Missed.
Any.
Is he doing it again? Or is this the same clip?
Anybody who's been through that.
Okay, it's the same. Thank God. I was about to say, there's no way he did that twice in a row. There's no way in hell. There's no way. No way. I couldn't find what channel race is on Celtic. It was on Fox Sports 1, FS1. She rewound. Thank God. I was about to be like, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. Well, somebody said he's drunk in that video. I don't know, but he put out a video on his Jeremy Hambly. He put out a video on his Jeremy Hambly channel, and he looks so fucked up. Like, he's just, his eyes are sunken in. He's talking real slow. He can't form any thoughts. I'm like, bro, my boy's cooked up. He's cooked up. A lot of people don't understand. Sorry, I'm burping. I'm drinking a Monster, boys. A lot of people don't understand what alcohol does to you and how much you can actually take in and survive, right? There are people out there that will drink 7 days a week for 20 years. And I know some of you that casually drink, like a little bit, like me, I drink once a week, maybe. Like, it makes me feel like ass cheeks, right? I wake up the next day and I look destroyed, all wrinkly and dead looking. Some of these people, they've been doing this for 20 years, guys. No, thank you. Don't drink, live clean. Well, I mean, I drink. If you don't have an issue with drinking, if you don't have an, what? Why is there a fly in here? You son of a bitch. If you don't have an issue with casually drinking, you can drink. You don't have any dependency on it. Like, you don't form a dependency on it. There's nothing wrong with drinking like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Like, if I go out to like a dinner with PDH, I'll get a small little whiskey with some, some rocks, a little bit of Woodford, and she'll get like some. What does she drink? Gin. Fucking hate gin. And she'll drink some gin, and then we'll go home. I don't get drunk or anything. Just drink one whiskey, go home. Maybe I'm watching Lord of the Rings on a Friday night, watching the extended edition of Fellowship. I'll crack open a claw and swig on a claw. By the time the movie's over, I've taken in 3. I go to bed. Not, what I'm saying. Gregor Lieber said, "Congrats on your top finish in the Boogie Mobile." Hell yeah, brother. Thank you. Hell yeah, brother. Knife Boy says, I was watching Mean Cubby in the stream last night. Watched that whole video from Impress. Bro, it's insane. He even says in the video, this was not in my video. My video was focusing on the women, like he was commenting on, right? He said he doesn't care about his wife in the video. He says he doesn't care about his wife, and he thinks about leaving her and getting a 2-bedroom apartment. What the fuck? That's crazy to me. It's crazy. Maverick Cuba, what's up, buddy? It's a rainbow night tonight for you, baby. Hell yeah, brother. Nick Rose says I call it Talladega because I'm racing. You bastard, how could you? You bigot. You're a bigot. All right. Anyways, so let's move on. I want you to see this video real quick, which is very, very, very alarming. But before we do that, I want you to see. I did not post this. I think Worski did though, because I saw it immediately, but I didn't post it because I was like, it was race day, and I just didn't feel like. I didn't feel like being on Twitter on race day. I wanted to enjoy the day, you know. Like, I have to be honest, it's my last race for a while because I don't have any primary sponsorship, you know, set up. And I didn't want to be parasocially connected. I didn't want to be on social media that day. I wanted to enjoy my day. I wanted to enjoy my race at Talladega, take it all in, have a good time. And that's what I did. All right. Take Boogie to Wisconsin. Make the law cow law bull. Thank you, brother. All right. Oh, my God. The things Boogie said about the quartering. Bro, this is alleged, okay? This is alleged as hell. Apparently, the quartering has made the comment in the past that his audience is stupid as fuck, and he makes so much money off of them just reading articles, and he thinks it's hilarious that they're so fucking stupid that they just keep giving him money. He apparently made that comment back in the day. And I'm like, wow, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. He seems like one of those guys. I've talked to creators in the past that have said that kind of stuff, and it blows my mind. It blows my mind. The only reason I exist is because of my chat and my people that care about me and support me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if any of you message me and say, hey, can I come to Talladega? I'm like, yeah, dude, fucking let's go. I had like 20 people at my race with me at Talladega, people in the chat. You know, I love it. If it wasn't for you people, I wouldn't be here. I can't imagine telling people unironically that I fucking hate these people in chat. They're so stupid. How stupid are they? Right? Jay Crane is a dumbass. That's insane behavior. How can you not be so thankful for these people that take care of us? That they don't have to. You don't have to. No one has to super chat. No one has to drop a membership. They choose to. And every day that happens to me, it's such a humbling, insane experience. I'm like, I can't believe this. This is so beautiful that people choose to support my dumbass. Right? And you have creators out there being like, they're stupid. I've heard 2 creators, not the quartering, say this. I've heard 2 creators say this before to me at conventions. 2 large creators, like while drinking, saying their chat's dumb as fuck and it's so easy to make money on YouTube. And I'm like, wow, I do not feel that way. That's crazy. Sir Flyings, 5 get the memberships.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. That's 17 today. The record is 189 memberships. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you, Sir Flyings. Every gift of membership's the best. Love you. Appreciate you. Folly Town, how you doing, buddy? I think I jumped into one of your streams recently. All right, boys. Let's move on. I want you guys to see this. I have it ready to pull up for your viewing pleasure. God, I can't believe how close we are to 5 milk. What a beautiful day this is. What a beautiful day. So happy. So happy. What a great weekend. Just, God, shit hasn't really, I haven't got a lot of dubs lately. It's just, I've been feeling really happy lately. I appreciate you guys for inadvertently making me feel that way. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just good couple weeks. Just been feeling good. All right, here we go. So, I'm sure a lot of you saw. I'm drunk, bro. I don't drink on Mondays. Are you crazy? Imagine drinking on a Monday. I ain't Jeremy. I drink on Rarely on Thursdays and mostly on Fridays if I choose to drink. Sometimes I don't, though. Sometimes I don't drink at all. Like before my race, I don't drink for 2 weeks. But I did drink after my race. I drank 2 claws after my race in the infield because that's my tradition. So the Quartering posted this, and I'm going to tell you why he posted this. As you can see, he said good morning, and it's a screenshot of his DMs on Facebook telling him to basically off himself, die, death threats, right? Death threats, right? That's a bad thing, by the way. Death threats suck. A lot of creators get them. I've got them. We've all got them. If you're a creator of any more than 5,000 subs, you probably got death threats, right? Sebi, by the way, I love you. I saw the raid. I don't know why I didn't say anything. I'm a bad friend. But death threats, right? Death threats. From an account called Wade Duel. I don't know why the Quartering posted this. I'm going to be honest. I would have just posted this and not this. I don't know why he posted the account. Just post the screenshot of the DMs, right? Right? Well, guess what, everyone? Guess what? You guys ready for this? Y'all ready for this? He's friends with this guy on Facebook. You see it right there? There he is. He's friends with him on Facebook. Why would you be friends with someone sending you death threats every day? Oh, it's because it's one of his alt accounts, or he told his friend to message him those things so he could post it. He's so lazy at this. He's so lazy at this. What are you doing? What are you doing, brother? Ellen Zandir says he'll say he added him a couple of days. Why are you adding random people? I don't believe that for a fucking second. Because you're right, he probably will use that excuse if he even speaks upon it. But I do not add random people on my personal Facebook. Are you insane? If I have 30 mutual friends and I kind of know the person, I'll add them. If I have 0 mutual friends, ain't no way in shitballs I'm adding your ass. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Just not. Because it's my personal Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even really use my personal Facebook that often. Maybe if I race or something, right? But at any rate, so that was looking pretty horrendous right there. Pretty horrendous. Didn't believe it for a second. That led to him deleting his Discord, deleting multiple videos. Alyssa Clips got hit again. All of her videos got age restricted. Talking about the Quartering, right? He's just getting slammed as hell and keeps going, people. We're going to watch Luther Morgan's new video about the charity scam. That's going to be interesting. We got that coming up next. Crazy shit. Rule 1, never piss on your audience. 100%, man. 100%. You know what's really annoying about that? No one knows. No one knows Jeremy has said that. Now, look, I was told by another large creator that Jeremy told that creator that. Do I know if this for sure? I don't know. Right? But that creator told me Jeremy told them personally that their audience is dumb as fuck and they're so easy to get money from. He can just read articles and they just give him money. It's hilarious. When he was drinking one night. Maverick, do you think Jeremy may possibly get a class action lawsuit? I mean, a lot of people bought that coffee without any nutritional facts. A lot of people bought that cookbook. A lot of business affiliates. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, could it? I mean, is it something that could happen? Like possibly, yeah. Something I don't see happening though, right? I think him getting destroyed in the public sphere is enough for people. Slosher, do I look stupid to you? Congrats on 13. Thank you, buddy. I'm pretty sure your name rode with me on the car, by the way. Thank you. Everybody that had their name on my race car, you rode with me to the career best at Talladega. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Slosher. M. Demo, how far are we from Bikini? I doubt it. PDH will be making a return, but our dog, PDH's dog, you know, he's getting real old. I mean real old, and he's nearing the end. So that's what she's focusing on right now. So, but she'll be back. Dan says it's funny to him. It's funny for him to be saying that because I don't follow this guy, so I ain't giving him my money. I ain't stupid to listen to the Quartering. He should be at least grateful, but I guess not. It's just too easy for some people, and their ego went to the moon. I know another creator who I talked to. This was a few years ago. It was a creator that had like 1,000 subs, which is great. That's not bad. That's cool. Had 1,000 subs and was messaging me to come on my show. And I was like, yeah, sure. And, I don't think we ever made it happen, but I eventually saw it, right? So anyways, weirdly enough, he goes viral and gets like 100,000 subs. And I was like, oh, dude, that's awesome. That dude was talking to me in DMs and had the biggest ego I'd ever seen. Doesn't work with people, doesn't do shows anymore, has a PR person and a marketing like side of their YouTube. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? You just now blew up. And they're like, yeah, dude, just carrying their self extremely in a pretentious manner. And like, I don't work with certain people, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you know, just weird shit. Like completely detached. And then their channel died within 2 months because their niche went away. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? God, how did you get your ego gets so destroyed in a few freaking months because some subscribers? It's crazy. I don't even use my Facebook anymore. How stupid this guy's getting. You know what? I can't say that, YouTube. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate you. Thank you, Dan. Love you, buddy. All right. So I want you guys to see this because I thought this was very, very interesting. Is this really going to try to play this in Windows Media? Ain't no way in hell we're doing that shit. What is it? Freaking 2002? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Open with VLC, okay? All right. What do you think I am? Freaking the Quartering?
There's been a lot.
All right. Who the hell uses fucking Windows Media Player? The hell is this garbage? Even Congress uses VLC, and they're old. They're all old, right? Oh, by the way, let's check this out. Hold on, is that what I think it is? Oh yeah, I want you guys to see this before we pull up this video. Small and unrelated. Just think it's kind of cool. If I can find it, there it is. This was my car at Talladega. This was us starting our engines and getting ready to go out there, go 200 miles an hour. Beautiful. It's a lot of fun, man. I had so much fun, dude. So much fun. It was so cool. God, I love it. It was over so fast. That's the one thing that sucks about it. I look forward to it all year, and then it comes and it's gone. I'm like, no. It's very sad, but it's all good. It's all good. I'll survive, and I'll show you this. I'll show you this real quick to give you guys an idea of how quick we're going, and then we're gonna pull up the quartering video. I'm excited about it. I want to show you guys. Jesus, look how quick we're going. Could you even spot me? Bet you couldn't. I'm around here somewhere. You'll see me somewhere around here. You'll see the cow. It's so hard to catch the cow. Where's the cow? Where's the cow? There's the cow. There him is. You see him over there? There we go. There's the cow. There's your cow. Yay. All right, there we go. All right. Anyways, let's pull up this video. Sorry. I'm excited about it, okay? I had a good time. I wanted to share it with y'all. Jeez, I know it's gay, but I love it, okay? I love it. I just love it so much. All right. Here we go. All right, so I want you guys to pay attention to the visceral hypocrisy in this video. It is going to blow your mind, okay? Your mind is going to be blown, guys. Blown, I tell you. Look, oh my God, that freeze frame. Jesus, Mary. Damn you, Jeremy. What is wrong with your face, buddy? You killing my ass right now. You killing me. He's killing me. Look at that guy. Look at my man. My man. Oh my God. You got caught up in the big accident? Nah, I survived. I did not wreck. For the first time ever. No wrecks, brother. We survived. All right. Check this out. His face makes me homicidal. What's up, Kristen? How you doing? Here we go.
A lot of talk among creators quietly that things on YouTube aren't going very well. Basically, especially in this space. Now, I won't share like who said what to me behind the scenes, but I will share kind of what everyone's seeing. And also this report from Neon that I think is very, very good too. Neon, not that dork streamer, but Neon in our space. Things are not good.
You ever notice how Jeremy has to like throw shade at everybody randomly? And he does it so much. I think it's just his personality. Like he just fucking hates everybody. Like he viscerally hates everybody because he hates himself, right? So when you hate yourself, you project that out to everybody. You hate everyone. And I think he hates everyone so much that every time he even thinks of a streamer, he just says their shit. And that's what he did to Craig and Sidescrollers. And he didn't even realize he did it. He didn't even realize he did it. So that's why he was like, I've never been anything nice but nice to Craig. And then Craig's like, why'd you say my show was a shitbag? And he was like, oh, I don't know. I don't remember that. And it's because every time he talks about a creator, he shits on him immediately. Remember when he mentioned me? I've never even talked to him before. And he's like, oh, Camelot, yeah, guy's a gay. He like cries in videos and stuff. He's just gay. I'm like, okay, I don't even know you, bro. Like the video where they got almost 3 million views of me like getting emotional on accident that a lot of people resonated with. Abba and Preach made a video about it saying it was, really good. Asmongold made a video about it saying it was awesome. And like it was a learning experience. A lot of people were really nice and welcoming for that video. And Jeremy's like, I didn't watch it. Fuck gay. I don't watch it. I'm a man. I don't cry. I'm manly. I'm super manly and stuff. Right? He's like so worried about how people are going to perceive him. But you're like hyper obese. I'll never understand that shit ever in my life. How people are so insecure about how people see them. But then they're just fucking obese and unkempt and terrible looking. It's so weird. I'm so worried about how people see me. Anyways, look at me. Look how terrible I look. What? Like how do you become so vain, but it's not in like an appearance? It's like in materialistic appearance. Bro, I don't care if you drive a Ferrari. If you're fucking bald and obese, I don't respect you. I'm sorry. Okay? I've said it before and I'll say it again. When some ginormous butter golem is trying to argue with my ass, I don't take him seriously. I'm like, bro, you are obese. You don't have any opinion. You don't get an opinion. You're too fat. I'm sorry. If you can't control that, you're not going to be able to. I don't believe anything you say. I'm sorry. If any of you are a little bit bigger in chat, I'm sorry. I love you. It's just how I feel. I used to be obese, okay? I take it very personally when other people are obese. I'm sorry. I apologize. Don't hate me. Don't unsub, please. But make sure you do sub, please. But don't be a sub like Jeremy. Subscribe. Okay. 320 from Naked Steak. Sorry, Fight Milk, by the way. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Sorry, guys.
But in YouTube, like this is the time. So if people who watch YouTube, for example, they kind of know creators will always talk about it. Like you make your year in October, November, December, right? In most years, I make more in October, November, and December than the other 9 months combined, And a lot of people are like that because advertising spend is going crazy. This year, dozens of people I talked about having the same or more views, but are making up to 40 to 50% less per month.
By the way, just to throw this out here, this video is a little older. It's not super old or anything. You can tell, obviously. It's a little older. Right? Think about that for a moment. It's just a tiny bit older. And his nervous, like, weird tics are 90% less jarring in this video. What happened? If you watch a video now, he's like ticking every like second. What is that? Is that SSRIs? What is that? Does any of you know? Like, I'm actually legitimately asking. I don't know. Is it, being on SSRIs for a long time? Because I know Jeremy's been on SSRIs for like 20 years by his own admission. Is that what it is? And then he makes fun of women for being on SSRIs. You ever notice that? You ever notice how weird that is? You ever notice how strange it is? How Jeremy will make fun of women that don't have children. He doesn't have children. Jeremy will make fun of women for aging. He is aging terribly. Jeremy will make fun of women being on SSRIs. He's on SSRIs. You ever think that's weird? Jeremy will call people fat. Jeremy calls people obese online, and he is morbidly obese. Isn't that strange to you? It's weird. It's weird. What is an SSRI? Antidepressants. Advance to the bigger series. Well, I raced in truck series. The Texas race I was in last year was long. It felt like it was all day, man. You know, Nick Rose is one thing I'll never understand is being obese and rich. If Jairus is rich, he claims all he needs to do cardio 3 to 4 times a week, keep the carbs low, and stop drinking. Well, here's the issue. I've talked about this already. Jeremy is a glutton. When you are a glutton, okay? When you are a glutton, you're not only a glutton with food. A lot of people, when they hear gluttony, they apply food to it, right? You're gluttonous when it comes to intake of food. Jeremy's gluttonous with everything. Gluttony usually applies to a lot of things in life, not just one, right? When you're a glutton, you'll overindulge in alcohol, drugs, food, entertainment, sex, porn, partying, bars, everything across the sun. You're a glutton for everything. That's what being a glutton is. You're not just eating a lot. You're just unfucking hinged in every way, shape, or form. If you already are gluttonous with food, you're not gonna stop drinking. You're not gonna get in shape. Why do you think there's so many gluttonous people out there that they couldn't lose weight until Ozempic came out, right? People needed Ozempic to happen for them to even be able to lose weight because they didn't have the self-control to not put a fucking spoon in their mouth. It is so easy to diet. Dieting is so easy. I can't stress how easy it is. But people that have never been able to just do it, they don't understand that. They'll diet for 4 days and then they're like, no, I can't do it. But it's actually really easy. I do it every year for 90 days and I lose 30, 40 pounds every time. But gluttons can't do that. They need their fix at the same time, at the same time every day, the same exact thing they do. They need their alcohol at the same time every day. That's why there's a meme that Jeremy drinks at 6 p.m. every day, right? He's eaten an enormous amount of food because he can't stop. It's one of his vices. He needs it. He has to have it, right? It's more habitual than anything, right? You think people that would be rich or in shape? No. Now, people like Chris Pratt, right? People like Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans. Why are they all named fucking Chris? They stay in shape. Hugh Jackman, they stay relatively in shape. Why? Because they what their vice is affirmation and appearance and the gym. I don't have any problem admitting at all that one of my biggest vices is going to the gym every day. I have to go, or else I'll freak out. I'll be in a bad mood if I miss the gym, unless I'm at a race. Then I don't care, right? Because I'm burning a lot of calories anyway, you know. Thank you, Nick Rose. Jeremy has the excitement of a cancer diagnosis. Loser. Thank you for the $2, brother. Appreciate you. Hell yeah, brother. All right, let's continue.
Or per day. The revenue stream of YouTube has completely collapsed. And I think it's mostly because they're pouring it all into shorts. They're paying less for long form videos and everyone's running their ads in shorts right now. In fact, there was an article on TubeFilter that talked about shorts is actually earning more money than long form videos right now. But this is an actual real problem. And you're going to see the landscape of YouTube change drastically in the next year.
Foreshadowing.
There are layoffs. I won't say who told me about layoffs, but I had to cut back on staff. It's been very real, and there's something to it. Let's start with this tweet. You're going to get annoyed basically over the next year. I'm going to be pushing, hey, sign up on Rumble Premium using my promo code, or go to thequartering.com/join. Like, this will be by the end of 2026. My members group will be probably my most important source of income. Now, I should have started pushing this a year ago or 2 years ago, but late is better than never.
You know.
By the way, you can go to thequartering.com/join, talk to me directly in our private Discord group.
That's gone now.
Get topics suggested, participate in our giveaways and all sorts of stuff like that. And just generally hang out with hundreds of other people. You don't need to download anything if you don't want to, and all that kind of stuff. So thequartering.com/join. So Neon, who runs Clownfish TV, but also runs a bunch of other stuff that, you know, we've been talking about, talks about ad spends lower this year in Q4 than previous years. We're seeing it across the board. YouTube, websites, all of it. Would explain why we're seeing so many garbage tier ads on so many platforms now. It's like advertisers are waiting for the other shoe to drop or something. This is, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've noticed that there's a bunch of really like spammy ads running across various platforms. And it's because all the big players just isn't, you know, they're not there.
I will never understand how he doesn't trim out the ums and the dead air, because it's like gonna give me a fucking panic attack watching you. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You get paid more for shorts now. Nope.
The big players aren't there. So now you're getting like, you know, dating site apps and gambling apps and, you know, the lower tier ads that you wouldn't normally see, especially this time of year because it's Christmas time. Like, are you seeing Walmart Christmas ads on YouTube? I'm not. Are you seeing Target Christmas ads on YouTube? I'm not. I'm seeing a bunch of AI slop ads, and that is not normal. And it is actually on everybody's seeing it on the back end. Every creator is talking about it, and they're freaking out. You know,
I had to speed up the video because this is hard.
The golden era of YouTube ads supporting channels started to end a couple of years ago, but for whatever reason, it just completely fell off the map in the last several months. You know, learn about more we know. The trend will continue to move. Here it says, although total ad spend for 2025 is still growing, and we expect it to trend upwards over the next 2 months, those dollars are moving much more slowly. Open market CPMs and RPMs, which is like what they pay for ads, were much softer across the industry this October, especially compared to 2024, when ad spends were far more front-loaded due to the election activity that boosted early quarter rates. TLDR, everyone's afraid to spend money, especially with all these massive layoffs. But also, I would add to this that there's a twofold issue here. If you look at Google, if you actually dig it.
This is 1.5 speed, by the way. 1.5.
And we look at kind of their earnings, their last earnings report, they talked about, here's November 1st. While AI spending is top of mind, online ads are driving a lot of big tech's growth, but they talk about how the rate at which the spend is growing is much, much lower this year. And a big part of that is AI slop. This was on the 29th of October.
Listen how he calls it AI slop. This is important. Keep in mind, the other day he put out a completely AI short. A completely AI short. 100% AI short. He was like, this is, a lot of men love their man cave, but this is over the top. Check this out. And it was an AI video of putting an airplane in a bunker. And he calls AI slop. Now, granted, he's getting to the age where he probably thought it was real.
Shorts now make more money for YouTube than long form videos. I don't really watch shorts unless I'm on the toilet. And I don't know about you, but I've noticed that basically every short I've seen is either freebooting somebody else's video that they don't own. Like, ooh, Anatoly. They're like a bunch of people ripping off Anatoly videos who aren't Anatoly, or they're copyrighted music or TV shows, or, you know, clips from Joe Rogan. These are all AI slop that are run by these like algorithms, right? They use AI and they say like, go through and download all the most popular video clips and then just do this, you know, make this change. And then they'll upload thousands of videos a day, some hundreds of videos a day, some of these channels. And then people just clone those channels, and those channels get cloned, and those channels get cloned. And AI has completely destroyed the YouTube viewing experience. Now, for long form videos, it's okay.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. Oh. It's like AI on Jeremy's feed, stolen videos that I don't even need. Loser says, I have a love-hate relationship with you, but at the end of the day, you're grinding like the rest of us, so respect the hustle and don't care that you're gay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, loser. Billy Hatcher says, if I was him, I'd make shorts me going, I would too. You just lean into it. 1-2 cents says Cody lies at Talladega. He stuffed his face like a fatty. I mean, I ate one cheeseburger after the race. I don't eat before a race. It always makes me feel gross. But after the race, I did eat a cheeseburger. I probably burned about 2,000 calories in the car during that time, you know.
But if you look at shorts, it is basic. Like, I talked to my one of the few people I'm left on my team, Steven, and I was like, we should start like a sloppening channel, like where we just like, here's what I pay you. I can't afford to pay you much longer, but what if we spin off this AI slop channel and it just pays your salary? And he's like, yeah, of course, I will do that. You know, but like, it is so wild that like YouTube and people are spending their money on this AI garbage, and most of it is just stolen or freebooted content. Like, I don't know if you know Anatoly. He's a guy that's like, he's like a world-class power lifter, but he's like a small stature, and he always does. He's just like, oh, he walks up to guys and he pretends to be a janitor. Sometimes I'm on shorts and I'll get served like 20 clips from him, and not a single one of them are from his channel. It's just like Indian and Pakistani bot farms that are stealing other people's content. And Google just does not give a crap. YouTube does not give a crap. Then remember that every single video that you get uploaded, that gets uploaded to YouTube, automatically gets opted into YouTube's AI machine learning algorithm. Meaning you can't upload your video to YouTube without agreeing to let YouTube use your video to train your AI replacement, right? You say ad earnings have already begun to take a dip. Will that trend continue?
Why is he always out of breath? Yeah, so you can see that the Quartering did the whole if you can't beat them, join them thing. He says he hates stolen content and freebooted content and AI slop. Well, guess what his whole channel is now? Wild. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Gregory says that's like calling tangerine orange. Thank you, Gregory. I appreciate you, brother. It's pretty weird, isn't it? Pretty strange. Uh-oh. Thank you so much, by the way, guys. We are at 702 out of a 1,000 in super chats to Fight Milk 298 away. That's the closest we've been in like a month. Oh, my God. All right, now we have something that you're really going to like. It's Luther Morgan's new video about the charity scam. Luther Morgan has been doing some pretty insane work covering the Quartering's coffee company. And he made a video about a charity scam that we just have to watch because it's just came out and it's for your viewing pleasure. Night Spask said he really deleted his Discord. Yes, sir. Now, I will tell you why. It's probably because there was a lot of stuff on there with people that are involved in this sensitive situation, in like whatever this polycule, whatever the fuck's going on. I don't know. And he was getting rid of all that. Billy Hatcher, the sloppening charity scam. Here we go. You guys ready? The brand new video about the charity scam. Let's see what we got going here. I'm going to speed it up a hair just because we can't be live for 5 hours now.
Hey guys, Luther Morgan coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Jeremy Hambly's forgotten political grift. So everyone knows about his coffee grift, everyone knows about his news grift, everyone knows about his live stream grift, but today we're going to go over some very important information because he may have also committed campaign finance violations and or charity fraud. So let's get into it. Now, of course, Jeremy Hambly has said that he was never MAGA. He said that many times, oh, he's a centrist, he was never MAGA. Well, if you go to the Federal Election Commission United States of America website here, as you can see, there's actually 3 donations from Jeremy Hambly. So he donated to Win Red, you can imagine who they give money to, the Trump National Committee, and then, of course, Never Surrender Incorporated, which is also, all of these are Republican affiliated. So as you can see here, you have the dollar amounts and then the receipt date. So he gave them all at October 6, 2024. So that lie's already been exposed. But I think what most people don't know is that he ran a whole grift connected to the Trump cookbook. So if you guys remember the Trump cookbook, this was his really cringe, boomer maxed cookbook where he took recipes, you know, that other, like everything Jeremy Hambly does. He took other people's work, other people's recipes, and then he put his garbage slop logo over on it. So this stuff was going on really big in the lead up of the 2024 election. So if we look at,
I'll tell you what, man, Jeremy is like, what is he like? He is a straight up content and creative work thief, like all around for everything. He just steals everything from everyone. That's wild. What's it, Donut Gambler? Yeah, it went well, man. He steals everything from everybody. Has he no shame? I'll steal this. I'll steal that. Oh, I heard there's this book out I really like called Lord of the Rings. I'm just going to release my own book. Okay. Just my own book. Totally not Lord of the Rings. You know, it's called The King of the Necklaces. Okay. It's about these little people, you know, these tiny little people called goblets they have to carry this bracelet all the way and put it into the ice sea, you know, while getting chased by the Dark Lord himself, you know. Power on. My original work, Jeremy Hambly. King of the Bracelets. The Return of the Bull! Oh my God. You guys got to stop in the chat.
This video right here, as you can see, there's a link here for tailgatesfortrump.com. And then let's listen to Jeremy Hambly shill the cookbook, shall we?
Week, we will have the Christmas edition. We still have the tailgate edition, so we have a bundle where you can get them both. But this Christmas edition has even more recipes. It's even more like nicely refined. And
so this would have been November of 2024. So Christmas was coming up.
Stuff like that. But, you know, Cramela Mamala's apple pie, chocolate wrinkled cookies, Mega King's Red Wave Punch, Christmas bathtub greens, How Dare We Speak Merry Christmas casserole, all sorts of stuff like that. Tiny Tim's horseshoe sandwich, just hilarious stuff. That
It's real funny, guys. Real funny. Everyone out there laughing? Sorry, let's keep going.
Who know will know. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Okay. So he was actually somewhat coherent in that clip. It's amazing what 1 year mental, I guess 2 years.
That's exactly what I just said. He was so much more coherent in that past video we watched. You know, even though he was pretty bad, actually. I had to speed it up, but still. Sire of the
mental deterioration can do.
God.
So if you follow that link and you go to the www.tailgatesfortrump.com/store, it'll take you to this super cringe website. All right. So obviously here it says help Trump win the 2024 election. So, you know, he was clearly never MAGA.
You know, that you can talk about all the Israeli governments, you know, too involved here or whatever. You want to talk about that? I'll listen. But when it's literally your entire platform for everything that ever goes wrong in America, you lose people in the center like me. First of all, I've never called myself a conservative ever. I'm a Trump voter, and anybody who's watched me for any amount of time knows that. I'm not. I was never MAGA either.
Guys, it was just a delusion that all of us had. So if we go through this website here, it's obviously shilling his cookbook.
I feel for Jeremy a little because I feel like Jeremy just says shit without thinking sometimes, and then totally forgets he says it, and then people are like, "You totally said this though. You totally said this thing though. That's completely the opposite of what you are doing or saying now."
It's a dead link. But basically all this website does all this website exists to do is funnel people into registering Republican and then to vote for Donald Trump. That's this whole website. And it does that by kind of branding like tailgates for Trump. So you're supposed to have like these Trump themed, you know, cookouts, and they have basically all these different recipes, you know, Kamala Harris's tuna meltdown, Tim Walz's creamy whores, Donald Trump's spicy margarita, even though Donald Trump actually does not drink alcohol because his brother died of alcoholism, so he swore to never do it. It's probably the one thing that he does not indulge in, that he shows temperance on. So anyway, so it's super cringe. So if we go through the social media here, this is it on X, and the very last post was on November 27, 2024, which was like maybe a few weeks after the election. So how do we know that this website was run by Jeremy Hambly? Well, there's a couple of really interesting clues that are in here. You could see all of the super cringe recipes here that are like really, really terrible. So right here, you can see it. TheQuartering was signing these things. But remember, guys, he was never MAGA. So just in case you needed further proof, here's a post that he did October 10, 2024. 300 cookbooks shipped in one day, thanks to my wonderful wife and assistant, Maggie. So this is the infamous Maggie.
So it's the quartering you.
Little did she know that she would have been fired unceremoniously before Christmas, just a couple months later. Oh, excuse me, just a year later in October or November of 2025. So yeah, so this is pretty cringe. Now he partnered with a guy called Sticker Mule. So this is a guy, he makes like super offensive. Well, when I say offensive, I mean eye-catching stickers. And I guess boomers buy them and then they put them on like ATMs and trash cans and you know, park benches and stuff. Like this is their level of political activism. Just really super cringe. But anyway, here's a video of so the guy that runs the sticker company. Here's a video of him and Jeremy.
I had a
Hambly
furry
talking
working
about
for me,
furries.
so like I don't care.
I like the furries. I love furries, but like the furry community got really mad at me, I guess. So, but you know, a lot of furries write me privately.
Of course they do.
They complain about being bullied because, you know, the furry community is about free expression, and then they all get bullied. But you can't be a Trump supporter in the furry community, or like 10 furries.
I don't know if the Trump people want the furries, but
1,000 furries will try to rip your tail off or whatever you got. You know.
Yeah.
Your first when they get out of the convention, the furry conventions. But yeah, the furry. I love the furries. I think they're funny. And you know, I don't know what they're into, but you know, I think they're funny.
As long as whatever.
Yeah, I bought Sticker Mule's got is a mule, right? So we bought a furry suit. They're
oh no! Please no!
Expensive.
You can tell this is kind of unrelated, but you can tell Jeremy's drunker than shit right here. He has that weird like half stare thing. He's like rubbing his face because his face is numb. He's just always drunk. He's always drunk.
They're like 10 grand.
Oh, yeah, for a good one.
So we bought a few to just have fun, and we were gonna go to first.
Right, just to have fun, guys. It was just a joke. It's a joke. I'm here. This reminds me of that scene in The Sopranos with Vito. It's just a joke. I'm here.
Vito? What the fuck? Hey, fuck you doing? Nothing. I was here. It's a joke. Yo.
Conventions, but then I did the Trump thing, and the furry community went nuts. But then a bunch of them wrote me privately and said, "We don't like what's happening to you." Or you know, some people in the furry community are military. You know,
I know there's all sorts of. I've always said like my
throwing our military under the bus now.
My viewership is all over the place. I try to be careful about disparaging any particular groups. You're probably getting a lot of shit in chat for saying that you're down with furries, but I'm saying like I don't care.
I think they're funny. They walk around in suits and they're funny.
Yeah, they have
it's just a joke. I'm here.
Like any
Jeremy's a furry confirmed.
Any other community, they've got to do a little bit better job.
He did say he was into horse porn, right? Right? Something like that.
Policing some behavior.
Yeah, maybe the conservative online community can police you since you're a naked grifter.
You're in their community, but like I don't care. It's just like bronies. You're a grown man. You're in
Jeremy,
a pony.
no,
you
not
find
the
that cool.
bronies.
I don't care. Like it doesn't bother me at all. Everyone's got their thing that they're into. I like model trains. Like who likes model?
Okay, has anyone actually seen this guy play with model trains? That's like the one model thing that he doesn't play with. It's like RC cars, RC boats.
Hey, look, dude. Whoa, buddy. Look, I'm not trying to shit on anybody here. I'm really not. But I start to like, I'm trying to word this correctly to not make some of you feel offense, but I start to question people when everything they're interested in is something that 9-year-old boys are interested in. Legos, model trains, RC cars, Pokemon, you know, like pretty much everything a little boy is interested in, that's their like all their interest, and they're almost 50 years old. There's something fucking weird about that to me. And now look, I'm not trying to shit on anybody that has those interests. Look, whatever, dude. Just saying. It's something about it. Like everything you're interested in is what a small boy's interested in. When I was a small boy, I was interested in NASCAR. Right? I'm not 40 years old playing with NASCAR like toys or Legos. Right? I just went and did it in real life. Although it was like an accident. I just got really lucky, but you get what I'm saying. So gaming is a child's thing too? No, of course not. I've literally played video games all the time. Well, not really all the time, but you know, I've been playing I've been playing WoW Classic a lot. I've been the Burning Crusade. Been playing that. You know, I love Elden Ring. Fuck yeah, dude.
Okay, and also you're comparing model trains with grown adult men liking My Little Pony and dressing up in fursuits. Come on, dude. Seriously?
Who grew up in the 90s that likes model trains? About 6 people. But like, I don't care. And that
I grew up in the 90s. I like model trains.
doesn't bother when people make fun of me for it. Like, it doesn't, I don't care. Like, what do you know, like,
Dream Scythe, some dumb one.
Right. Everyone's going out there. The model train bros. It's totally the same as the furries and the bronies.
like people are into whatever they're into. And as long as it's not illegal, I'm cool. Yeah, see people in chat say like they have some friends that are furries. Yeah, I don't care. Shout out furry community. There's a model train person. There you go. Yeah. So
early on in Sticker Mill, we had a guy that worked for us, and somebody said so and so is huge on YouTube. This is like
Hamilton Burger brings up a great point. Where'd you go? Hamilton Burger says, in fairness, you get to play with the roll. You get to play with the roll off NASCAR. If Jeremy could play with actual trains, he wouldn't need models. Why not? Why not? You know, why not? You know how long it took me to get to NASCAR? It took me, I think, 5 years, like straight of doing short track stuff and like bouncing around. And then getting really lucky meeting the right people. And I poured my entire soul into it for 5 straight years. 6, 7 now, I guess, if you count those.
8 or 9 years ago, 10. He goes, he's huge on YouTube. He's got millions of views per episode. And I said, what does he do? He said he doesn't really want to disclose it. He's a little weird to disclose it. He doesn't. But I said maybe you guys could talk sometime. And I said, I finally talked to him. I said, I hear you're massive on YouTube. What do you do? And he said, I do My Little Pony stuff.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, I don't care. Yeah,
he was like, he didn't want to admit it.
Even Jeremy's getting uncomfortable.
He goes, yeah, my spare time I do these My Little Pony things, and people love that. I don't know anything about that world, but hey, more power to you. If you're out
of course
there,
you don't know anything about that
having fun in a safe way, you're not bothering anybody. It's fun for you to put on a suit and pretend you're a lizard or
whatever. Yeah.
Or a mule. If you're gonna be a furry, maybe go for the mule, and represent Sticker Mule.
It's weird that mule or a donkey, that's the Democrat logo, but this guy does Trump stuff. It's very confusing. Why not be Sticker Elephant?
Furries showing up, sort of movement of furries showing up dressed as mules and just saying, I like Sticker Mule, I'm going to fursuit con, whatever they
do. Or furries for...
Yeah, it's just like, I'm sure like Coca-Cola or Ford or Amazon, they would love it if people in the furry community started dressing up like that shit. That wouldn't damage the brand at all.
Trump. Where can we get that going? Yeah, furries. Yeah,
we can start that. I'll buy you a fursuit and we can start that movement.
Yeah, I will never wear it, so don't buy one. Don't buy one for me.
He wouldn't be able to fit in one. His fursuit would be so big. Maverick Cuba says, hello, I'm a MAGA boomer. Please feed me my quarter pounder with sloppy Hannity on it. Please, God, Maverick. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Maverick. Love you. Appreciate you.
Do they even come in his size? Extra, 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 extra large? Come on.
These people, they make them, and they're just like experts in these construction.
I guess you could get the camel, right? The camel suit where it's like one person in the front, one person in the back, but it's just all Jeremy.
Fursuits.
Yeah, some of them have like air conditioning in them and like cooling and like.
You seem to know all about it, Jeremy.
They're very expensive.
That's the one reason why he won't do it, because it's expensive. Although this guy wastes money on everything.
Trouble now. I was gonna do it. Now I'm thinking about doing fursuit giveaways instead of cyber.
No! Even Jeremy's weirded out.
Get canceled again.
Yeah, you probably will. So anyway, this is the guy that he's doing business with. And so anyway, we already covered that. So yeah, guys, that's the guy he's doing business with. So on this website, the real problem for Jeremy is that there's this little section here called make a donation below to help support the fight. And then right here, it says Tailgates for Trump is not interested in profit. We accept donations that will help cover cost of things like operation, hosting, and marketing. So they just got their hand.
Here we go. Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way, please. Thank you. Here we go.
No, they're just open shills. So let's go ahead and look at the terms and conditions here. And by the way, this is still active. This is still up. So even though Donald Trump isn't running for president anymore, you could still send Jeremy money. He's still got his hand out. So right here, the donation services. We will use your donation at our discretion, but within our stated charitable objectives. All payments through the website are to be made payable payment card or via PayPal. Once you confirm with us through the website that you wish to proceed with your donation, transaction will be processed through your payment services provider. And that's about it. So it doesn't tell you what charities it's going to. It doesn't tell you, anything. So this is really, really bad, because in Wisconsin, you have to be licensed. You have to be a professional fundraiser. So that's what he's doing. he is professionally fundraising for a charity right here. It says here. Now, of course, early on the site, it says, hey, we're going to accept donations to cover our operations, hosting, and marketing. But down here, it says, well, we're going to make a donation with our stated charitable objective. So it's very, very confusing to the cringe boomers buying his products. Where exactly is this money going? How much money was raised from this?
Oh no, this is going to be another another Gerard. This is going to be another Gerard the completionist thing, isn't it? Oh no, God, Jesus, no. Holy fuck. Oh no. Oh, shit balls, brother.
This is crazy to me. So this is with the State of Wisconsin Department of Financial Institutions. Let's keep reading. All right, so let's go into the actual statute here. And so we go all the way to the top: regulation of professional employer organizations and the solicitation of funds for a charitable purpose. So let's go through here, shall we? So a charitable organization is anything that's like a 501c3 organization. That's very common. So regulation of charitable organizations, you have to be registered, stuff like that. But this is for regulation of professional fundraisers. So no professional fundraiser may solicit in the state for a charitable organization that is required to be registered unless the professional fundraiser is registered. So he has to register. So has Jeremy Hambly registered as a professional fundraiser?
I doubt it.
I don't think so. Bond. So you actually have to have a surety bond of $5,000. You have to submit an annual report, and then you have to provide a solicitation notice. So before performing services under a contract with a charitable organization that is required to be registered under Section 202.12, a professional fundraiser shall file with the department a completed solicitation notice in the form and manner prescribed by the department. So what's the over-under that he did any of this stupid paperwork?
Nah, I doubt it. I bet he just threw that shit on the website and went with it. He probably thought that since he put a disclaimer, I can use the money however I see fit, give me PayPal money. He was like, well, that's fine. That's all I got to say, right? Even though I'm stating it's a charity, all I have to do is say, I get to use your money however I see fit. Therefore, I don't have to do anything else, right?
Probably nothing. Solicitation disclosure requirements. So prior to orally requesting a contribution or contemporaneously with a written request for a contribution, a professional fundraiser shall clearly and conspicuously disclose all of the following: the name of the charitable organization as it appears on file with the department, clear description of the primary charitable purpose, that the contribution is not tax deductible if the disclosure is applicable,
a clear description of the primary charitable purpose, which it doesn't say. It just says we can just use your money.
the name of the professional
That the contribution is not tax deductible. Didn't say anything about that.
fundraiser.
The name of the fundraiser.
If the individual is acting on behalf of a professional fundraiser, identifies himself or herself by name and the individual's legal name. And then upon request by a person from whom a charitable contribution is sought, the percentage of the contribution that would be paid to the charitable organization as a result of the person's contribution. And let's just say that he wasn't getting paid. So he was an unpaid solicitor. Well, there's still disclosure requirements. So if you scroll all the way down on that same page, unpaid solicitor disclosure requirements, prior to orally requesting a contribution or contemporaneously within a written request for a contribution, an unpaid solicitor shall clearly and conspicuously disclose all of the following: the name of the charitable organization as it appears on file with the department, a clear description of the primary charitable purpose for which the solicitation has been made, and 3, that the contribution is not tax deductible if this disclosure is applicable. So there's no disclosure. Even if he was unpaid, he's still breaking the law. So if we go to the website, none of this shit is on here. It's just
Jesus Christ. He's doing the same thing with his coffee. My man. Oh my God, brother. Oh no, dude. The coffee shit's gonna hit him. The FDA is gonna hit him. This is gonna hit him. All of it's gonna hit him at the same time. God, brother. He's literally one of the guys that's like, if I just put a thing down there saying this money is my money, then I'm good, right? Legally. I'm not gonna Google this. I'm just gonna do it, right?
says we will use your donation at our discretion within our stated charitable objectives. Does this follow the law? Maybe some law tubers can weigh in, because it does.
Yeah, basically you give us your money, we'll figure out what to do with it. No disclosures, no information, no oversight.
So he's literally scamming people. The boomers who are directed to this website to buy his cringe AI generated cookbook are being solicited to make a donation to help support Donald Trump. Okay. So it says help support the fight. But if you actually go to the terms and conditions, it says use at your discretion and these charitable objectives. Now, a political campaign is also not a charity. So that's the other problem that he runs into. And if you're soliciting on behalf of a politician or a super PAC or whatever, that also has to be disclosed. You have to be registered in that regard as well. So this is one of these little grifts that, that he set up, that he put up, and then just was forgotten about. And I wouldn't be surprised if he takes this website down pretty soon, because this is just insane to me that he runs these cringe websites. Here we go. He was never MAGA, guys. He just had a whole website titled 3 Easy Steps to Secure a Trump Presidency. How to vote, help a friend, throw a tailgate party. And then everything that you need to register how to vote. And then on this same website, he is soliciting donations that just go into his pocket. So it's totally unregistered, it's totally unsanctioned, totally unregulated. No one knows where all this money went. Now, is it possible that these are the donations? October 6, 2024, October 6, 2024, and October 6, 2024? Is this all of the money that he got from this website? So it wasn't even his money. He used other people's money and he donated it. So since October of 2024, how many people have donated? So guys, you tell me. I mean, I think it's just crazy. I think it's just insane that he keeps getting away with it. He keeps pulling these grifts.
He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. Irikiah says, seems to be the completionist all over again. I honestly think that content creators should stay away from charity works. Well, there's a reason they do this, Irikiah. The reason content creators go towards charity is because they skim that shit. Now, not if they go through the proper channels. Now, a lot of content creators will actually just do YouTube's and or Twitches and or whatever platforms built in charity, where your super chats just go towards the charitable fund, right? And then it's all above board. It's just on the YouTube side, right? A lot of YouTubers do that. But other YouTubers will set up a charity in their own name. And then suddenly, when people finally look into the charity, they notice that the charity was never paid. The stated charity was never paid, and it's been 10 years. And the charity made almost $1 million. And it turns out that the creator just kept it. That's why they do that. Thank you, Irikias. They literally pull the Dave Chappelle sketch where they're like, I didn't know I couldn't do that. I was waiting, actually, to pay the charity this whole time. Next time, please fit wings into the NASCAR. I don't know about that. That window's pretty small. You got to climb into that bitch. Thank you, Deported Sicilian. I appreciate you. Man, I tell you what, dude, this is getting spoosy. All because he just couldn't handle being called a cuck. Whew. I tell you what, boys. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. It's getting worse by the second. But wait. There's always more. There's always more, guys. It sounds like Amber Heard. Yes. But Amber Heard pledged. She pledged the money. She pledged the money. That was she said, oh, I pledged it. Therefore, it's totally fine, right? As long as you pledged the money, you ain't got to worry about anything. You're totally fine. Just pledge it. You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. Totally fine. Totally fine. But the Quartering deleted his video. Okay, the Quartering deleted. I do have to say, I'm very surprised he did not delete the response to me. Where he was saying that it's normal behavior to walk around catcalling women that have children. That was weird. We all do that. Oh shit, really? Well, damn. Okay, that's a surprise to me. I guess I did not know that. I had no idea. But apparently that's normal behavior. I don't know about you guys, but I disagree. But at any rate, so the Quartering put out a video on his YouTube channel. And this video was basically him trying to get a quick cash grab on the attempted, assassination of Trump at that dinner the other day, right? Now, he posted the video, and I guess he was at like a bowling alley for some reason, So he posted this video of him just using his camera on his phone, and then the video was just muted. So it was just him talking, but there was no sound. It was jarring. And he left it up for like 2 days. And you know what's funny, actually? The people in the comment section, they were like, actually, it's kind of cool that you're muted because it makes it like hit harder. And I'm like, are you guys, you're at the max level cope right now? This is maximum level cope. Where you're like, it's actually cooler that you totally are muted. Well, now, to be fair, maybe it is better that his videos are just muted. Maybe it's just better if he just mutes the videos. Let's be honest. But still, at any rate, Ghastly How says, remember DMCA is a lawsuit declaration. YouTube takes down videos after DMCA claim in order to direct the suit to the creator, aka Jeremy broke the law. Yeah, Ghastly How, I appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you. A lot of people will do that, and they'll just do it and get your video taken down, and then you counter notify it, and they don't do anything. I actually had a large company come after me like 2 months ago, and I just counter notified it, and they just let me win. Rest in peace and shit. Charitard. $250 from Naked or from Fight Milk. God, I haven't said it in so long. Damn. Make sure you guys subscribe if you have not, please. And make sure you like the stream. We got some more to go. So don't miss it, and don't be a hoe, because there's always more to go. Always. It never stops. He's just spiraling, right? And keep in mind, his show's supposed to come back. When is it? May 4th? Is that right? Somebody in the chat, you can correct me. It might be May 1st or May 4th. But his show is about to come back, and I wager, okay? I wager that Hannah Claire and Melanie might be not there. Now, if I had to say, I don't think Hannah Claire will be there. Melanie might. The issue is Jeremy's going to the money is going to get really spicy really quick, and I think Jeremy might cut his losses, because are you going to pay $10,000-$15,000 for your co-host a month? Are you kidding? No, thank you. Absolutely not. I would rather die. Okay. I had an editor at one point in time. I was paying $600 a month, and I fired his ass. Not out of malice, but out of me not having money. I was like, nah, man, I can't do this shit anymore. And I can edit really quick. I hated it. I had like PTSD over it. I was like, no more, please. I'm dying. But, anyways, God, Jesus, Mary, Joseph. My man's dying over here. God, Jesus. No, stop. Here we go. I got to show you guys something. I want you to see this. Jesus, brother. You guys ready to get jump scared? Here you go. Jump scare for you. Jesus, brother. My man he be looking a little rough. Tyler says, poor Hannah Claire. She's a really talented journalist and very educated. She sucks. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, it really sucks for her being stuck in all this. It really does. It just sucks. It really does. And the reason I was, sympathetic is she doesn't have like a giant channel to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? Is that Master or TDS? What's up, brother? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? So, like, you talking about Ginger? Yeah, fuck Ginger. He's fine. Just a little gay is all. Just a little gay. Why is everything frozen? Okay. It was a little gay. So. But no, I can't believe how messed up my boy is. He has been through the ringer, dude. It has been unbelievable to see. Now, let's pull up Rev's video, because I meant to pull that up. I like Rev. So let's pull that up real quick. Rev is going to give us the deep dive of Rev. Here we go. The quartering. It's over. Oh, thank you, MA. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really. Yeah. You're such a good person. You make me totally feel totally affirmed and not terrible.
Here. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the latest involving the quartering, which has been an ongoing situation for the past month or so. Now, I'm sure most of you have at least heard of the quartering, or maybe you've seen some of his content over the years. He is someone who's been mired in controversy many times.
By the way, okay, so Rev makes a lot of commentary about, Rev's a commentary channel, right? Comments on all these things, just like Mood Hard, just like everything else. So Rev pulls a lot of views doing this. After Mudahar pulled 300,000 views doing this, right? Mudahar's video got 300,000 views. 300,000. Holy ass. Insanity.
Before, but never quite to this magnitude, where thanks to a spree of drunken tweets, allegations of false flagging, among other things, over the past couple of weeks, his reputation has really taken a massive hit. And we talked about him about 2 weeks ago, and today I'm going to be giving you all of the updates since then, and lo and behold, it contains a lot more hypocrisy and crash outs on Twitter, which are pretty much...
I'm pretty sure this is my picture. I'm pretty sure this is my AI picture I made of the quartering. I could be wrong, though. I mean, I guess you could just put it in any program.
much expected for Jeremy at this point, but what is the background for all this? Well, in early April, it was alleged that TheQuartering had a hand to play in the takedown of a YouTube channel that was posting clips of the content creators from Kino Casino. Kino Casino has been trolling TheQuartering for quite some time, but in April, it seems like things had really boiled over, and TheQuartering made a bunch of tweets about them, including some like this, where he claimed he had the power to take down their YouTube channel and that their Kick channel...
I have to give some props to Jeremy. He has kind of been staying away from this for the last 2 days. I don't think that's going to last very long, but he has been staying away from it the past 2 days. Charitard says Walter Wide and breaking fast. Walter Wide. Oh my God, brother.
Their main channel would be next after that. On top of that, there was private DMs that are leaked where once again, TheQuartering was expressing his power to have their Kick and YouTube platforms taken down, that he had the power to deplatform them in just a week. And lo and behold, the related Kino Casino clip channel on YouTube was taken down, allegedly for ban evasion, which Jeremy was alleging they were doing, which didn't make any sense because at one point the co-host was banned on YouTube, but he was unbanned a few months ago. So ban evasion wouldn't even make any sense. But that was the result. And
the reason this won't be overturned is because YouTube will have to admit that they made a mistake, and no company does that. No company will openly admit to making a mistake, right? They'll just say, go kill yourself, and they'll never respond to you again.
People are very critical of TheQuartering because both publicly and privately, he expressed his ability to have these channels taken down. And he would make this final address, spoiler alert, is not the final time, where he talks about the controversy, and he said that, well, you know, he's just angry because they were targeting his marriage and his wife, but a lot of the information they were talking about was already public or something that TheQuartering shared publicly on his own behalf. And eventually you'd see other content creators like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers saying the issue is that you publicly threatened to take someone else's channel down, then you privately threatened to do it. Then it actually happened a few days later, where TheQuartering would respond by calling Jeremy a clown and saying that he did not false flag them and that there's no need to apologize for anything.
You know what's something that no one's really talked about, right? Something no one's talked about is the fact that, what was it, 2 months ago, where Jeremy, TheQuartering, was shitting on D-Day Cobra, saying his channel's dead because D-Day Cobra moved to streaming and stopped doing videos. And D-Day Cobra, it makes probably 20 grand a month in super chats because he just moved to a streaming kind of show instead of his videos. And TheQuartering just goes to Social Blade because that's all he's been, I guess, doing that since he started. That's all he knows. He goes to Social Blade and he just looks at a viewership number and he's like, that's good or bad, depending on if it's better than me, right? That's why TheQuartering buys views, and that's why TheQuartering puts up shorts that are stolen. He only cares about the number being high. He doesn't care about why or the rhyme of reason for it being that way. It doesn't matter that D-Day Cobra moved to a streaming platform or a streaming style that is getting 500,000 views a month, and he's making $20,000 in super chats and memberships. No. Doesn't matter. He sucks because he's not beating Jeremy in shorts views. Even though Jeremy's only getting paid $20 a month in short money, quartering, and D-Day Cobra is getting paid 20 grand. Doesn't matter. Viewership number is technically higher. Therefore, Jeremy, D-Day Cobra suck, right? TheQuartering was literally shitting on D-Day Cobra 2 months ago for this publicly, saying he's dead. All these channels are dead because they're all streaming to a 15K audience or a 10K audience. And TheQuartering streams to 300 on YouTube, 200, 300 average. My average on YouTube's like 700. And I'm a nobody. TheQuartering also called me a nobody. And he called me, what did he call me? He said I was a nobody that had nothing going on in my life and I was terminally online. He said that the day before me going to race in the NASCAR race at Talladega. Isn't that fucking crazy? And I'm not like tooting my own horn here, but isn't that insane? That there's a guy that's terminally online, that's crashing out on Twitter every day, says he's going to take a break, comes back immediately crashing out after his couple-hour break from Twitter, and he calls people that are out there traveling, doing actual shit in life, calls them nobodies that are terminally online that don't do anything in life. Isn't that fucking wild? That is the most projection shit I've ever heard in my life. It's crazy. And he says that to everybody. He says that about everybody. He does not care what they're doing in life. He just says it about everybody. He'd probably call me obese or something because he just calls everybody obese. And everybody's fat. You're all obese and bald. Not me though. I'm like, what? Hold on. I think you're just talking about yourself.
Thing. And then Yellow Flash would come in and say, through communications with his YouTube rep here, that this was likely the results of a off-platform point of contact. Someone was directly contacted at YouTube, and that was how the clip channel was taken down, which again doesn't look good for the Quartering. And that's where we left things off about 2 weeks ago. Everybody looking at the Quartering, and at the very least being extremely charitable to him. He looks really bad because he expressed both publicly and privately that he could and wanted to have these channels taken down, and one of them was in fact taken down. So it's not a very good look. Now, after that, he would go on to Twitter and show what he deemed as 100% proof that he was innocent, saying,
this is where that thing I told you earlier about a creator telling me the Quartering thinks his audience is really stupid. Because he said it's so easy to extract money from his audience because they're so stupid. This is actually apparently something the Quartering said to another creator that told me this. He thinks his audience is so stupid that he just shares a screenshot of a random YouTube creator email list. That's it. This is how I disprove it. A random screenshot of my Gmail. What the fuck are we talking about?
and for my final act, spoiler alert, it is not the final act, I will prove my rep no longer even works at YouTube. I have disproven every single accusation. Anybody accusing me now is doing so in bad faith. Showing a screenshot of emails and related emails from YouTube, supposedly showing that he's innocent. But unfortunately for him, during one of his live streams, he accidentally showed the search bar on his browser, which showed some very interesting results. And here is a closer screenshot showing some emails directed towards another one of his channels that he did not provide any sort of screenshots for.
Shocking. Keep in mind, he told people that this was just a random email chain about monetization, even though it says, thanks for your report. And when you report somebody's YouTube, that's the email it sends you. That's the header. He just claimed it was part of an email chain about him being demonetized. I'm like, that's not what it says when you're in an email chain. When it says, thanks for your report, it means you reported a channel for harassment or hateful conduct or breaking the TOS. And it was his MTQ or MTG headquarters YouTube channel, which he has not showed the report list on.
Where you can see, thanks for your report to YouTube. He has absolutely no explanation for any of this. And a lot of people think this is proof that he is lying about flagging channels. And of course, during those days that would follow, more people talking about the subject would also get community guideline strikes on their videos, having their videos taken down, even talking about his coffee brand. That's right. So it's, again, a very bad look for a guy who's publicly and privately exclaiming that he can and wants these channels be taken down.
You got to think, man, like the amount of stress Jeremy is under, likely from looking at this $25,000 nut per month that he has to pay, his mortgage, his multiple payments of cars, planes, his RC cars, all of his toys, his property tax, his employees, Hannah Claire and Melanie. I mean, his nut's probably $25,000 a month that he has to pull in. And I can guarantee you he is not right now. And that's why he's fucking freaking the hell out. And it doesn't help. The alcohol doesn't help, obviously.
You see the targets of those initial conversations lose one of their YouTube channels, and then people covering the situation start getting hit with strikes for cyberbullying and stuff like that. Not a very good look. And a lot of people were looking at the controversy and seeing the massive blows to the Quartering's reputation over the past couple of weeks and asking, what's up with this social blade? why is the Quartering gaining 1 million plus views every day and gaining thousands of subs every day during this massive controversy, where his regular videos on YouTube are getting around 40,000 views for a channel with over 2 million subs? It's not like he's lighting the world on fire. Where are all these numbers coming from? Well, on the one hand, the Quartering has talked about buying subs before, so is that part of the equation here? We don't really know, but I think there's a very simple explanation for all this, and it's something you can discover publicly, where if you go to his YouTube channel and you go to his shorts page, that's where all the views are coming from. You can see the view count on these are much higher. A video like this, for example.
This is all the stolen content that he was talking about a year ago, where he said YouTube shorts are all stolen content and it's gross. Yeah, he does that now. Now he does what he was talking about being terrible a year ago in that clip I showed you earlier.
300,000, and he's just spamming these shorts out. Now, the reason why people are mocking this is not because he's getting views just from posting YouTube shorts. It's the fact that all these shorts are incredibly lazy, where basically he pops up on the screen, talks for 5 seconds, and then plays someone else's content for a minute plus unedited with his watermark on top of it. Here's one example that went viral, and for good reason, where you can see the shamelessness of all of this, right? How lazy these shorts are that he's getting all of his views from.
What are the oranges for? Well, I bet it tasted good. Let me know what you think.
What are the oranges for?
And I'll just pause it here. You can see it goes on for a full minute unedited with his watermark on top of it. And there are infinite numbers of these videos on his channel, including like, you know, those if you laugh, you lose type videos.
By the way, I just showed you a video, 30 minutes ago of him claiming that all shorts are just stolen and he doesn't like the direction YouTube is going with just stolen content and stolen shorts. And he literally just does it now. He just does it now. It's just fuck it, right? Dermy Wormy, Ray. What's up, brother? How you doing? Dermy Wormy. Thank you for the raid, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, even though I don't think you like me. I feel like you said that one time, and I heard it, and I don't mind, you know. But I appreciate the raid. I don't mind. It's all good. I don't like myself either. I don't like me either. Thank you, Dermy. Appreciate you. I've been seeing your streams going pretty good. It's been cool to see.
It's like he's even posted some of those recently where he's like, if you laugh at this, or if you don't laugh at this, there's something wrong with you. That's it. That's his only contribution. Then he plays a full clip of someone else's content. Like, it's the laziest stuff on earth. And it's very ironic coming from the Quartering, who just back in November of last year was responding to Asmongold, saying it's so easy just not to steal someone else's content and maliciously break copyright.
Look at that shit. This was just 6 months ago. This was only 6 months ago. Look, Jeremy's saying right here, 6 months ago, it's so easy to just not steal someone's content and maliciously break copyright. Instead of looking inward, they continue to blame everyone else. Holy shit, this is so like, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like AI on Jeremy's feed, stolen videos that we didn't need. Anyways,
he seems like he's skirting fair use as blatantly as he can. Like, making transformative content on YouTube is not hard. Like, provide anything. This guy is the bottom of the barrel at the very least, where he provides 5 seconds of commentary before providing a minute of someone else's content unedited. And again, with his watermark on it, which just really adds a lot of really kind of like insult to injury. But one of the people who was making fun of the Quartering the most during this for the shorts thing was Craig from Sidescrollers.
This is when the biggest crash out happened to date. Was when Jeremy went into Craig's chat demanding to come on his show, and then he went on my chat and demanded to come on my show. And it's probably because it's like narcissism. Like, he thinks he's going to come in here and like debate me, bro. And I'm like, I don't need to. Everything that's been shown is your words or your own clips, bro. No one needs to debate that shit. There's no debating. We're just showing you talking. It's not true. It's like, bro, but you just said right here, it is true, right? It's not even out of context shit. Like, I understand, bro. I'm not trying to pretend that there's a clip channels out there that will clip like 10 seconds and apply their own context to something. I totally understand that shit, bro. They go after everybody all the time. I totally get it. But this is like a 10-minute video. Every video is like a 10-minute video. I don't actually even care about my wife. You know what I'm saying? I would move out if I could, get a 2-bedroom apartment, and I would marry a 20-year-old, I think. That's what I would do, you know. There's no joking. The context is all there. He's giving it to us, right? So that's all that's being shown here. Okay. Tim and Observer, if an asker asks what the cooking is, tell them it's religious. Saying that Melania television or home is Slovenia. No censorship. No, no, they wouldn't be about that. You just leave all the Trump stuff out. Just be like, it's a podcast. There you go. It's pretty easy. There you go. It's a podcast. Just a podcast, brother. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you. Just a podcast.
We had a little bit that was funny where he was basically taking the Quartering shorts and then adding his intro, basically saying that the Quartering is stealing people's content, and then asking the Quartering what he thinks about that, and then the Quartering's short would play. It was a funny bit. But for those who don't know, Craig is the owner of the Sidescrollers podcast, a podcast that I am a regular on, and my wife as well. We go on bi-weekly. It has been a great experience and something that I've enjoyed doing very much. It's a very successful podcast, and I highly recommend you guys checking out not just my appearances, but the podcast in general. But of course, there was a clip that was recently shared where the Quartering talked about Sidescrollers and Melanie Mack's departure from the podcast, and you can see the level of shade that the Quartering was throwing at.
And keep in mind, Jeremy didn't even realize he was saying this stuff, because at the same time this was happening, Jeremy was talking to Craig in DMs, and he's like, I've never been anything but nice to you. But he totally forgot that he shit on him one time, because Jeremy just says these things. And the reason he said that about Craig is because he was mad Melanie Mack was on Craig's show and not his, because he wanted Melanie. He wants Melanie to himself. It's fucking weird, man.
Sidescrollers.
What's wrong with Sidescrollers? Well, she's way bigger than Sidescrollers. She needs to be on shows that build her, that add exposure for her. I've never watched the show, but I know she's someone with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. She should be on big shows.
All that matters to him is the number. All that matters to him. He's a businessman. Businessman. Never watched the show, know nothing about it. It's terrible though, and the number is all that matters. Business. I'm businessman.
She wants to grow a brand. She's got to be on shows that are
like his show that averages 300 viewers.
They need her. She doesn't need them. It's just the truth. It'd be like me being like, being mad if Melanie didn't go on my show, but went on, like, of course, or went on Ben Shapiro's show. Of course he would do that for drama channels. I mean, I said what I said and I stand on it. She's way too big of a talent to be slumming it on small shows. I mean, I'll triple down on it. I don't care.
Small shows that get 2.5 average K viewership against his 300 viewers. But he's never seen it, so he doesn't know, right? He says with absolute conviction and confidence, with not knowing anything about what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's really the level of arrogance that is so off-putting about this clip that he's acting like it's some dog and pony show with 10 viewers that nobody cares about. I mean, at any given time you tune into a Sidescroller podcast, there's 2,000 plus concurrent viewers. Like, it's a very successful podcast. And using Melanie Mack as an example of like someone too big makes absolutely no sense. I mean, number one, imagine going onto a podcast to have fun. First of all, like, that concept is completely foreign to these individuals, that maybe you just want to go into a podcast and talk with like-minded people about things you care about. But speaking from a statistics standpoint, I know I gained a lot of new subscribers and viewers, especially on my streams on YouTube, because of Sidescrollers, because you're exposing yourself to a new audience, and one that is a substantial audience. I don't care who you are. And I'm a channel with over 700,000 subs on YouTube, and I still find great benefit from being on their podcast. So that seems very arrogant, especially for someone who flippantly says all this while also saying they don't know anything about the podcast and they don't watch it. Like,
and that's so wild to me too. That's so wild to me. It's like, I would just not say that. That makes it so much worse when you say, oh, actually, I've never watched it. Right? I've never watched it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, right when you say that, you completely you invalidate everything you said right before that. I've never watched it, so I wouldn't know. It's like, what the fuck? If you want to see real quick, this is the average viewership of the Quartering's show on YouTube. The show that's live, also that co-streams on Rumble. Right? 297 average. My dumbass has 1050 tonight. Right? 297. That's wild. Wild. I mean, you just look at the super chat revenue. His last 7 days revenue in super chats, $32. His last month, $520. $520. The reason he says his show is big and influential and better than everybody else's is because that's in his head. The numbers don't point that direction even a little. At all, right? But he said in his head, he's like, I'm the best. Why would anybody go on any show that's not mine? I'm the best. I'm the biggest. I'm the most successful of all time. You're like, but your numbers are terrible. And he's like, no. On Rumble, I get 6 billion viewers concurrent. Legit. The chat doesn't move. Ignore that.
Yeah, it just seems to be a very, very weird shot at Sidescrollers, and people like Craig obviously didn't appreciate it and were defending themselves in tweets where this clip was present. Then we fast forward a couple of days to the 22nd and the 23rd, where you can see this headline, this AI summary from Twitter saying the Quartering threatens to take down Stuttering Craig's channel in online feud. Yes, there was another drunken spree of tweets by the Quartering around this time where he said some now deleted gems like this, stating, nearly everyone profiting off spreading vicious lies on my name I've been nothing but nice to over the years. The receipts are on my side. I've let it be for weeks.
Keep in mind, the receipts he's talking about is just DMs with Craig of Craig being nice and professional. This reminds me so much of something that happened to me early on when I was in YouTube. It's somebody that was really, really drug induced, and they thought that they had like some kind of card to play on me, right? They asked for advice. They asked for advice on starting a YouTube channel, and I gave them all kinds of advice in DMs because, like, I thought that would be nice. Because I don't really do that anymore, but back in the day, I would do that if people asked because I thought I was helping. No, I don't think I was, but anyways. I gave this person so much advice, and they asked me how much I made on YouTube on average. And I told them how much I made a month and how much they likely would make if they put a lot of work into it and blah, blah, blah. And then they got mad at me because I didn't raid them or something one time. Keep in mind, they were like drug induced. So it didn't, they were fucking crazy. And they went to Twitter to expose my DMs of me talking and giving them advice and said I was... I don't remember what they said. They said I was being like acting. I don't remember what they said, but they were trying to say I was being pretentious, basically, and gloating about how much money I made, which wasn't even that much. And I never gloated. I just said, this is how much I do make, right? And they posted that, and like 3 people responded and said, this just makes Cody look way, way better. What the fuck are you doing? And they ended up deleting their whole Twitter like the next day because everybody was like, this just makes Cody look helpful. He's trying to help you. What are you doing? It's the exact same thing. He's like, the receipts say show Craig asking for help on SEO. Therefore, I'm a badass. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? By the way, Shizzy Wizzy Raid. Shizzy Wizzy Raid. Shizzy Wizzy Raid. Yeah. $240 to Fight Milk. Thank you, guys. Shizzy Wizzy. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. 160 members to the record. Don't forget.
But I guess if they really want me on my villain arc, I will oblige. Adding further, I don't want to hear anyone telling me to be calm. These effing losers, Yellow Flash, Sidescrollers, Brittany, Geeks and Gamers, they have all turned heel and decided 1 week's ad revenue was worth selling their souls. And so I will oblige. Now, throughout all this,
keep in mind him obliging was literally just showing Craig's DMs for some reason, probably intending to show everybody's DMs that he's ever had, which is probably going to be totally normal DMs. But he thinks that the fact that he's even responding to us filthy plebs means he is a god and a generous god like Xerxes, and we're just plebs. We're fucking plebs, bruh. He was trying to help us by just responding. We're plebs, bruh, and we owe our undying loyalty to Jeremy for no fucking reason. He keeps saying that no one was loyal. For what reason would someone be loyal to somebody that's trying to remove people's livelihoods? Why would you think people owe your loyalty to them? What the fuck are we talking about? So strange to me. Filthy peasants. Where'd you go? Filthy peasants. Filthy.
Tweets targeting Craig and Sidescrollers, saying this: I sure hope all of those temporary views were worth it. I've tried to play nice, but you've left me no option. And the last time he said he had no option left, the next day, the clip channel for Kino Casino was taken down. So that is a very clear reference to that situation. Adding on top of that, there was this promise of a scorched earth video or stream.
Never did this. And it's probably because he was drunk and then he got sober a little bit. But the Quartering on like 3 different occasions probably now has said he's going to go scorched earth on everybody and make a video or something, like just exposing everybody and everybody across the board exposed. Right. And then he never does it for whatever reason. Right. Thank you, Mayhem. Appreciate you, baby.
I guess, from the Quartering, where he was going to expose DMs from Craig that would make Craig look very, very bad. Now, I was able to snag this screenshot on my end when this was all happening, because I knew as soon as I saw it, eventually the Quartering was going to delete this. And of course he did. But you can see, he says,
by the way, if you guys don't know the pattern, the Quartering deleted pretty much every single tweet that he has posted as a result of like crashing out for whatever reason, which I don't really understand that, to be honest, because it's already saved. I don't know why you delete them. You know, on a realistically, why? It doesn't really change anything.
Do you mean the guy, referring to Craig, that begged me for help on YouTube and to come on my show? These losers overplayed their hands. If they want me to be a villain,
they begged to come on my show. So basically he's saying Craig asked to come on my show, or what Craig said is, if you need a guest, like, look me up. And that's, for some reason, the exposed. That was Craig exposed. That was Craig's mistake, I guess. His mistake was being like, hey, if you need a guest, look me up. What? What did Craig do wrong there? I've asked to come on people's shows. People have asked to come on my show. What is wrong with that? How the fuck would we get on each other's shows if one of us didn't ask? Jeremy? You know what I'm saying? How the shit would Jim get on my show if he didn't send me a DM? Right? How would Craig not get on my show if he didn't send me a DM, or vice versa? They asked to come on my show. Now I'll expose them asking to come on my show. What the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, exactly, Elizabeth. Yeah, 100%.
I will. And you can see the exchange here saying your mileage may vary. I can't say if it's worth it. Would love to have you. If you're looking for any guests on Friday, I love to come on your show. Right on. Pretty nuts with the election. That's it.
Damn timid.
That was the proof that was supposed to expose Craig as something, I guess. And Craig would respond saying, he's correct. Jeremy is correct. I've been exposed as being professionally courteous. And you can see at that point, the tweet is deleted. And then Craig would fire up a live stream over at Sidescrollers, where he would go through his DMs with not just the Quartering, but Melanie Mac, because that was relevant for context, given the situation and some of the things that the Quartering was saying, because it became very clear that DMs were being shared between the Quartering and Melanie Mac that were from Craig. It was a whole mess, right? And eventually, the Quartering would say this about Craig. He fired up an emergency stream. Once I popped in, he suddenly drove 11 hours and was so tired. You coward. Chance of a lifetime, buddy. You ran, while directly tagging Craig on Twitter, getting 28 likes with 37 comments. Obviously, this wasn't going the way he expected. Where Craig's
28 likes, brother. Oh, Jesus, brother. This is probably the most insane thing I've seen out of all of this. You can say cuckoldry. I don't care, man. You know, whatever the Quartering has done up to this point. This is the craziest one of all. One sentence, right? 5 words. One sentence, 5 words. Chance of a lifetime, buddy. Chance of a lifetime. You could bump into Tom Cruise in the street and be like, "Oh, hey, Tom Cruise, you know, I like your work, man." He's not going to turn to you and be like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, chance of a lifetime running into me, right?" Even Tom Cruise wouldn't say that shit. Jeremy unironically said it was a chance of a lifetime for him to go on Craig's show that gets 10 times the viewers of the Quarterings. It's a chance of a lifetime to have someone like Jeremy on your show. You fucking kidding me? That's the thing out of I know no one would even choose this. This is the thing for me that dropped my fucking jaw when I read it. I was like, this guy actually thinks that he is a fucking god. And I'm not exaggerating. He unironically thinks he's a god. That's fucked, bro. How do you even get to this point? I understand why celebrities and certain politicians probably think they're a god, even though they don't really say it too much. Right? Jeremy's just like an obese YouTuber. How the fuck do you get to that point of egotistical? How? You could give me $10 million and 100,000 concurrent, and I would never think ever that going on someone's show is their chance of a lifetime. That's fucked. Like, I just, that's the thing that has floored me of all this. I'm a generous God. Like, what are you talking about? Chance of a fucking lifetime. By the way, he also came in my stream trying to get on my show. And I'm a nobody. What are you doing in my chat, brother? I'm a nobody. Was any of you in here the other night when he came in the chat saying, give me a link? And I was like, nah, bro. And then I played the Bull song. Because you know what he's going to do? He's going to come in here and he's going to say certain things to try to get me demonetized. That's what he's going to do. So.
Says, Jeremy, please, number 1, put down the phone. Number 2, put down the bottle. And number 3, go to sleep. Good nights. And overall, just looking at some of the DMs between the two that was shared by Craig, I mean, not only was he courteous and everything was fine, as pointed out here, it looks like the disparaging comments made about Sidescrollers were kind of jam-packed in the middle of these conversations. Like, it's
that's me. I thought I was sharing my Twitter. No, that's me right there.
Seems like it was completely out of nowhere and just completely unwarranted when it didn't seem like there was any beef between the two. But Craig would kind of end the nights on the 23rd by giving some advice to the Quartering, which I think he should have taken.
If Jeremy is in the chat, I do have like a legit message for you. Put the bottle down. Put down the phone and put the bottle down. You don't need the booze, man. And I mean this like sincerely. You don't need it. Get sober, take a break, get off the internet. And when you come back with some creative energy. I know everybody's doing it, so you should do it too. No. Your channel should be demonetized. It's literally in the terms of service that you can.
Thank you, MA. Yes. So kind of a unrelated. I don't know if you've been following this on X, but every channel I follow is getting demonetized. Like Drunk 3PO, tons of other examples I can't really think of off the top of my head, but tons of channels, like well-known channels, are getting demonetized for inauthentic content. Right? Jeremy's entire channel is stolen shorts and him reading articles. It is quintessential, the definition of inauthentic content. Isn't that strange? Why is he not demonetized?
Can't do what you're doing with those shorts, right? But you're skating by right now. So all I ask of you is to look at yourself and realize that you should, and by the way, I'm not being malicious at all. Take a step back. Totally remove yourself from the internet. If you need to like upload some videos to keep your channel in the algorithm, awesome. Do that. That's fine. But outside of that, get your work done, get done, and separate. Go on a vacation.
That would save his life, probably. The past, I guess, couple of years has, I don't know if it's unintentionally or intentionally, rose Jeremy's ego higher than that of some of the most famous people on the planet. Jeremy's ego's higher than like Tom Cruise or like Chris Pratt. And you would understand why their egos are so high, right? And they seem like normal ass people, relatively speaking, with Tom Cruise. As normal as he can be, right? And Jeremy seems like he acts as if he's a king. It's the weirdest shit. So I think, yeah, him taking like a month off, maybe schedule out, maybe work really hard for 2 days, pump out 14 videos, schedule the 14 videos, evergreen content, right? One every 2 days, and go fucking take a month vacation somewhere. And don't even take your phone, or maybe uninstall Twitter, right? Or something. I don't know, man.
Go down to the beach and just get off the internet and just separate, man. Come back, tell everybody you messed up, and then hopefully everybody can move on.
I mean, obviously at this point, the behavior of the Quartering is a pattern of behavior where he goes off on these tweet sprees where he makes an absolute fool of himself and eventually deletes everything. And then it just keeps happening over and over again. And in these moments, the best thing he could have done is, number one, never get on Twitter in the first place. Number two, put down the bottle. And number three, definitely don't combine all those things, right? And to log off and to go out and touch grass is great advice. I mean, all the advice from Craig here makes a lot of sense. And for those who are like, what's with all the...
Yeah, 100%. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot to mention, because I'm a dumbass, I put a Gold Boy Fight Milk Power Hour goal on the top of the chat for every $10 super chat. I never mentioned it because I'm bad at this, apparently. Thank you, Tim and Observer. He's the first one out of 15 with 20 minutes left. Sean Bett says Jared Bear will no longer get guests or hand babies. No. Like I said, I wager that he will be by himself on the streams from now on. I think that would make sense.
Comments about his drinking. Well, the thing is, with the Quartering, he has claimed many times that he does not drink at all. And I think it's obvious seeing these crash outs that, I mean, what kind of state of mind is he in when he's doing these things? It seems pretty obvious. But in case it wasn't already, I mean, he's accidentally exposing himself over the past couple of days, shooting fireballs on stream. Like, it's not subtle at all. And just like, look at some of the tweets. Like, does this look like the tweets of a man who is of sober mind, talking about all the leeches, forgetting that he cut his teeth in the most ruthless time that ever existed on YouTube, and going on these villain arcs that he immediately deletes, especially when he wakes up the next morning and is like, oh, geez, I can imagine, right? Going, oh, geez, look what I did last night and the mess that I've caused for myself. Well, he didn't have much recovery time because literally the next morning, there was a...
Whoopsie daisy. This one was my fault. I apologize, everybody. I did not expect my post to go so viral about Jeremy. I didn't think that many people cared, but holy fuck, it was trending for 2 days.
A clip that would go viral of the Quartering doing an IRL stream where his goal was to literally follow women around and was saying extremely gross remarks about these women who had children in their presence. Very weird stuff.
If I did see a girl in a chainmail bikini, you know, we would have got her on camera. Here's a milk. And we got a thick girl right there, boys.
Yeah, I think the strangest thing. Okay, keep in mind when Jeremy responded to me on Twitter over this video, he said it was completely normal behavior from men. And him saying that is the most fucked up self-report, because I had to obviously look inside myself and imagine me doing something like this. And it made my skin crawl. And I'm like, no, this is not normal. This is not normal. Right? Now, I'm not implying this is illegal or anything, because everybody in the responses for my video, the only people that were defending it were saying it's not illegal. I'm like, yeah, I never fucking said it was. Right? They were just arguing semantics. They weren't arguing if it was cool or not. I don't fucking know. But at any rate, he said it was completely normal behavior. I have never, ever in my life walked around making comments out loud about women. And if you guys super chatted me $20 to show you hot women at like a race, I would be like, no, I'm not doing that. That's fucking weird. I don't even like to aim my phone off of my face. I like to always be aiming at my face. I never like to do the front facing camera unless I'm showing you my race cars at an IRL stream. Right? I think it's weird to film people. I don't like it. Unless like they want to be on. Like I'll ask Rakin if he wants to be on, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but that being said, he said this was normal behavior. And I obviously put myself in the situation and I'm like, no, absolutely not. And what that tells me is Jeremy quite literally has like the mind of a 13-year-old boy. I don't know if it's because he's extremely sex starved or sexually frustrated, or addicted to porn or something. I don't know what it is, but I don't feel this way. And I know a lot of guys that don't feel this way. Probably every guy I know actually doesn't feel this way. The only guy I've ever met in my life that acted like this unironically was Egg, my old GameStop manager. Right? Mick banned that guy for 86,000 seconds. Oh, damn, Mick, you got him. Why? Why'd you do it, Mick? Mick, why? Yeah. But anyways, you get what I'm saying, right? It's gross. It's gross behavior.
Well, here's another one. This is in Bristol, Wisconsin. Ooh, her cup overflowed. She's a little bit old, but she overflowed. Adam Ray Swartzy, the super chats will blot out the sun. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. MILF, yeah. She's keeping it tight. You know she DTF. She got kids. Yeah, boy.
If it makes me unironically cringe, it can't be normal, right?
Here you go. Wow. Excuse me, officer. I know it looks bad, but somebody paid me $20 to do it.
I mean, how do you even defend this behavior? Like, number one, IRL streamers are obnoxious like 99% of the time, especially when you're involving random people and making creepy comments about them, especially in the presence of children, which would continue in other clips that we'll watch together right now, where someone shared this clip. Just listen to what he's saying.
By the way, my favorite thing to how people are defending this, by the way, long last name. I appreciate you, brother, for your $25 PayPal. I love you. People have been defending this, claiming that, well, Camelot said fucked up stuff about women. And I'm like, wait, you mean when I'm on a stream with a woman and I tell them a story about a woman and I ask their opinion on it and we laugh about it on my stream with a 30-year-old woman that's consenting to the conversation and we have a good time and talk about whatever bullshit and laugh and then she leaves? You're saying that's the same fucking thing. Us telling hookup stories is the same thing as me walking around filming children and women and making fucked up like comments in their presence. That's the same thing. That's the last leg people have to defend like behavior, right? Their defense is like, well, Camelot on stream said something to a girl on his stream once and she laughed and said something fucked up too. Therefore, same thing. What are we talking about right now? You know you're fucked when that's your defense. That's your line of defense. Well, Camelot said something in 2020 to Zia when she was on her show. He said she had fat titties. That's fucked up. And she said, ha ha ha. What the fuck are we talking about? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Anyways, I almost backed out. Oh.
And how it plays out.
Strike a combo with that Princess Warrior. This one? I don't know, the pink hair is scaring me. Oh, she's like 10.
So he's making these comments about this girl with the pink hair, and then he's like, oh, wait, she's like 10, and then moves on. Like, buddy, stop making weird comments about people, especially at an event where there's children everywhere. Like seriously, lay off of all of it. Like, it's creepy, and it's totally uncalled for. Like, how do you, like, explain clips like this? It's just ridiculous. It's way too much. But going back to his YouTube channel, obviously, for the size of his channel and the growth that he's experienced in terms of views and subs, a lot of it's not adding up, right? But he's trying to take advantage of the situation to drown out the criticism, especially negative videos about him, by doing stuff like this. He's trying to control the SEO by putting his own name in the titles. So when you're searching for The Quartering on YouTube, he's trying to increase the chances that it's his videos popping up, not videos of people who are criticizing him. But it's not working, especially on, for example, Rumble. I mean, this is kind of like his home turf, right? Rumble. If you search his name, the first thing you're greeted with is detractors videos first.
Shocking. Why you name your shit stuff like this, brother? __ dash BZ7. What the hell are you thinking, brother? How am I supposed to say this shit? Okay. Revs a Degen Weirdo too. See, this, I don't know. Maybe not. Here's the issue. If our first thing we're going to say when Jeremy's being fucking kind of fucked up in public, well, everyone else is a degenerate too. That's not really that's not saying anything. That's saying nothing. Camelot says Zia's titties were fat. What does that have to do with anything? Fucking __ dash 57832. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that have to do with it? You get what I'm saying? Like, well, this guy's a degen. Has Rev went out and filmed people and been like, oh, fuck her, look at her fat titties. You know she's tight, bro. She's got children. She's tight, bro. Like, has Rev ever done that shit? I don't think so. Like, you know what I'm saying? Damn you __ dash 711T 40. How could you do this to me? Damn, brother. By the way, we have, 9 minutes and 45 seconds left on the Gold Boy Power Hour. We got 1 out of 15. Thank you, Timid Observer. I should probably comment about that. Just to be clear, I'm not defending Jerry. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just saying nobody has to get just switching. Yeah, but like, now to be fair, __ dash 74 smiley face. I played as a female in something recently. I can't remember what game it was. I don't remember. Maybe it was Elden Ring. But I played as a chick. You know, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do, really, right? But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, let's move on. Sorry, getting caught up in the sauce today. The sauce. Village, yes. Wait, you talking about the big titty vampire lady? She's pretty great, pretty awesome. Make sure you guys do me a favor. Like the show. Spam that like button as hard as you possibly can, please. So this gets recommended to everyone after the show. The VOD gets recommended. Helps me out a lot. If you're not a member, become a member. Helps me out a lot. I love you. All right, let's move on. Because it's always evolving. It's always elevating. It's never stopping. Ever. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, the craziest thing about this whole situation right now is the charity thing. I don't know where that goes. Right? I don't know where that goes. I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't foresee it being a good thing though. Right? I foresee it being a bad thing. Oh, what's up, TheQuartering? How you doing, brother? I posted your interview, boy. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. I'll pull it up right now. We'll watch it. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. It was right after I got out of the cur. Thank you guys so much. Love you. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys look at the Gold Boy Power Hour. Big shout out to Timid Observer for getting up there. I'm defending Jeremy. I had to try coffee brand coffee before I knew it tastes like shit. Oh, fuck. The coffee charity thing is about to get serious. There's so many avenues now, bro. There's so many avenues now. It's getting spooky. It's getting real spooky, right? Where the hell did you post my interview? Is it in a short? I don't see nothing. Diecast, you lied to me. You lied to me, Diecast. Where is it? You lied to me. You lied. All right. Anyways. Support Cody so you can race fast. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming to the race, man. Had a lot of fun. Twitter. Oh, fuck. Dude, everybody's going to be yelling. You don't post it on Twitter. No. Everybody's going to be so mad. Didn't you know he's a piece of shit and he deserves to die? You knew this was going to happen. Why would you do this? Why? Oh, okay. Nobody's talked about it yet. Thank God. Fuck. Twitter's it's a cesspool, brother. We'll pull it up right now. Brother. Oops. Here's my interview from Talladega.
And
this was right after the race.
able to catch up with Cody Dennison. How would you summarize your afternoon?
Man, I'll take it. It was real wild. I mean, we lost the draft there right at the beginning. We started out back trying to stay safe. It felt like a real big mistake at the time. And then we didn't take the wave around, and I just got pretty heated, and I just started driving my guts out. We got our lap back with Lucky Dog, and I just never stopped. I just sent it. I was hitting people in the rear and the corner. I didn't care. And we went to 5-6 wide there at the end. We scraped up 13th, and that's my best career finish here. So I'm real happy about it, man. It's awesome.
It is awesome indeed. Cody Dennison comes home a career best at Talladega, 13th in the Lowell Kyle Ford.
Hell yeah, brother. Thank you. I just wanted to play it. I had a good time. Okay. It was a fantastic time. Thanks for everybody. Big shout out to Lockout. Big shout out to Allied Cloud, of course, Jeff on the road for getting us there at the end. I appreciate all those boys. Do you guys have any small companies or anything? Or you know any people in small companies or brands that would like to get involved, and we make a whole race car based around their brand and we send it somewhere like Nashville or fucking whatever, Kansas, whatever? Let me know, because we can go do it, bring you to the track, freaking have a great time. It's awesome. It's an awesome deal, man. So thank you. All right. Anyways, let's make music together. Let's make sweet harmony. Oh, all right, boys. Make sure you guys like the show. Do you know whatever happened with those signed cars that you got sold for? I have no idea. No. Did you get to sign them? No. I don't know. I have no idea. I have mine for my campaign. I got them 2 days ago or yesterday. I got them 2 days ago. So I have all my diecast car for my campaign. So thank God. So now all I need is the art finished and we're done. Woo! Only took a fucking year almost, or more than a year now, maybe. I don't know. Oh, all right. But we're closing in, thank God. Shout out to Diecast Driven for that. Thank you, man. All right, let's move on. How about a tiny picker pity for what? All right, okay. Okay. All right. So, as you know, things are getting spicy as hell, boys. Spicy as hell. We looked at the charity scam. We looked at everything else. We had a lot of people in here tonight. Very, very unexpected. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I didn't think we'd have 1,100 people tonight, but I appreciate that. I thought we were going to have 200, but I'm super happy, man. I appreciate you guys choosing to stick with your boy, your normal ass boy. If you don't remember, by the way, one of the funniest moments of last week was Jeremy saying he cold turkeyed alcohol, right? And then 2 days later, he was caught drinking Fireball on stream. Ah, beautiful. Something very poetic about this. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. You know, one of my buddies drinks a lot. His name's Sean, and I love him. But he'll tell you he does. He'll be like, hell yeah, man. Right? And you'll be like, do you want to stop? And he's like, nope. And you're like, all right, cool, fuck it. Right? He doesn't lie to you about it, man. You know? If you're going to be drinking, just fucking say, fuck it. Just say you are. All right? Just say you are. People respect it when you just say, yeah, fuck whatever, dude. I drink and I can't stop. I'm gonna keep doing it, right? You know, it's not a good thing, but people like when you're honest with them, transparent with them. And to be honest, if you're drinking Fireball airplane bottles, you're far down the list. You know, you're far down the list. You're far gone. Airplane bottles of Fireball, brother. You're like 20 years into alcoholism at that point. Hold My Wine says my username says it all. Hey, look, I'm not prude. Is that the name? That's probably not the right word. But I drink, once a week. I'll have like a glass of whiskey once a week, or I'll buy me a 6-pack of Claw on a Friday, and I'll play some World of Warcraft or some Elden Ring, or I'll watch a stream and play a game, and I'll drink a few Claws, and I'll go to bed. That's about the extent of my drinking. Unless I'm in Las Vegas. Then I drink every day other than before and on race day, right? I never drink before and on a race day because I ain't about to mess with that, right? Is that Carify with a pink Canadian boy? Come on, you bitch. Come on now. Come on. There we go. Carify says, great news, Cody. Just got paid. Keep doing awesome with the NASCAR stuff. I'm so fucking proud of you. Truly love my God. Thank you so much, Carify. I really appreciate it. I don't have anything planned right now because I don't have any primary sponsorship for the year. So I'm looking for it. Obviously we're always looking. I'm always looking, always fighting for it because that's kind of the whole job is looking for sponsorship. So I don't have anything lined up, but I do have 2 races loosely I'm looking at. And I'm trying to get sponsorship for right now. And it's not very expensive, depending on companies' marketing budgets, it's pretty fucking low. So we're looking at it right now. Would you play NASCAR 25 online while drunk? I think I have. I had a stream where I did it the day it came out. how much it is as a sponsor. It starts out at like 1,500 and goes up to 15,000, depending on what you want to do, right? So getting an entire wrap on the car, an entire design based around your company, all tied into social media, coming to the track, bringing the team or your family, getting all that tied in, you know, VIP access, all of it, just the whole package is around 15,000, depending on the race. That's usually where it's going to be, though. Now, if it's a Daytona or a Talladega, it's a little bit more, just a little bit. But any other race, it's going to be around that. Because Talladega and Daytona, you're putting the most miles on the motor, and you're using the most expensive tires with the interliner and all that shit. So, thank you, Carify. I love you. I appreciate you, Carify. Thank you. Carify's so good. She's so good to you, boy. Thank you. All right. Let's move on. I know we're closing. It is getting a little late here, but we're closing in on the end. But we're still going. So do not forget. Do not stop. And make sure you like the show. Very important for you, boy. Very important. Maybe the most important. I don't know. So make sure you do that. Thank you. Appreciate you. I did not watch the Jimmy Kimmel thing. I have no desire for that. I thought comedians were supposed to do the comedy thing at those shows. I don't know why. It's like talk show hosts doing them. I guess that's the only person that really cares anymore. The only person that answers their phone calls now. Not surprising. You know. Two, Donna. Two. How you doing, Donna? Two, Donna. I think I have 2 diecasts to give you now, Donna. 2. A couple of people that came to the race, they got their diecast fulfilled already because I had them. Thank you, Donna. I love you. Amateur says you're still talking about the dude that got built. I mean, bullet. Oh, yeah, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Amateur. Chad Thomas says, yo, look at him at 13. That was goated. My dad and I were watching. You came out after the crash like a Ricky Bobby. Thank you, Chad. Snow Bunny. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we survived, dude. That crash was crazy. That crash was insane. Coming on the front stretch, and there was just cars everywhere. Like in every single direction, there was just dead cars everywhere. And I was like, thank God I lost the draft, actually. You know? Thank God I lost the draft. It all worked out in the end, right? Because, man, it would have been rough to be in that, you know? So, Putin says, are you all for or against the quartering? I don't think anybody supports false flagging or lying about literally everything. The one in Iowa, yes, sir. I would say 99% of people in the chat do not support false flagging and just bold-faced lying about literally everything. Cheritar says, everyone likes a nice thick milkshake, but you don't see anyone drinking one in public. Yeah. No, look, the most that ever happens in my mind is if I'm at the gym and some like new chick walks in and she's stacked. In my mind, I say, God damn. That's the end of it for me. I would never say anything, but like, obviously I'll have a thought like, hey, what's up? You know, that's about the end of it. You know, you have no context to any of this, Putin. So basically, Jeremy TheQuartering threatened to false flag Kino Casino because Kino Casino was talking about his bull and how he's a cuck. Okay. Well, he threatened to have their channels removed, their kick removed and everything. And then the next day it was removed. So everybody was calling him a false flagger. And then everybody that kept talking about it kept getting their channels hit. We're up to like 10 channels now that have been hit. Okay. That led to basically everybody digging into every aspect of the Quartering's life, finding out all these really, really alarming things like IRL live streams, lying about everything, charity fraud, company fraud, all just everything across the board you can possibly imagine. Every single situation that you can imagine that he has said he does not support. You know, he's been a hypocrite and did those things in the last like 2 weeks, right? Like he said false flagging is bad. He's done it. You know, he said stealing content's bad. That's all he does is steal content now. You know what I'm saying? It's just so you get what I'm saying. So, but yeah, it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So that's what this is all about. Thank you, man. All right. False flagging because you don't like what somebody does. Pretty lame thing. Yeah, sure. Anyways, That was a pretty bad one, IPAM, for sure. You know? So like him like walking around the fair, like creeping on like women with children, that was weird. That was very, very strange. It's very, very strange, man. And that's why it went viral, because it was so fucking strange. Everybody agreed it was strange. And it did not help the situation for Jeremy to say it was normal behavior to follow women around and talk about them being MILFs and how their bodies are tight 2 feet away from their children. And like filming them. Like unironically filming them. Like I said, when I do IRL streams, I don't even like to I get freaked out when I accidentally film somebody. I always try to keep the face cam on me. And if I show anything, I make sure no one's in the way and I just show my car. Right? Unless they want to be on camera. Like they specifically are like, hey, yeah, you know, then I'm like, all right, cool. You know, so I don't like that. And I don't think it's normal behavior, you know? So yeah, exactly. The BKS, exactly. Same thing, right? But then everybody's defense is like, oh, I've seen another guy creator say something about a girl one time or joke about a girl one time on stream with a girl joking. Therefore, it's the same thing. And I'm like, okay, whatever. All right, whatever. Get real. Oh, get real. Get real. Anyways. It's bitch-made behavior. It's very unironically immature. I haven't used that word in a long time. Immature. It's extremely immature. Right? You know what I'm saying? And I don't say that word very often. Immature. But it is so immature. It's fucking spooky. You know? Anyways. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're 20 away from 600 likes. Oh my God, boys. Let's go. Let's go. It's time. Like the stream. Hell yeah. Thank you guys. Big shout out to John. What is it? Hold on, let me go back. I think John B. Go up there. 70 super chats tonight. Jesus Christ, boys. G5Z for the 50. John B. Smith for $300 in super chats. Insane, dude. It's awesome. Thank you so much, brother. That is crazy work, brother. I appreciate that. What a good person. What a good person. Thank you. Some mortgage money for your boy. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. All right. Thank you. What's up, Chris Topher? How you doing, brother, by the way? I haven't said hi to you, but I saw you. I just haven't said hi yet. I apologize. Mr. Topher. Mr. Topher. All right. Last things last. We're going to watch Brittany Venti's new video that just came out, and then we're going to call it. So let's get fully caught up on everything. And then we're going to call it. We're going to have a great night. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like the show. Here we go.
Jeremy has made some disgusting comments about me.
Like Brittany Venti. Fuck, I want to mate with Brittany Venti.
Wants to mate with Venti. Look at him.
By the way, he said he's just joking. He's hyper drunk. So I don't know if you can actually intentionally joke, you know, when you're this drunk.
He's just totally drunk.
Like the last time I was drunk on stream with Anna, maybe, that Star Wars girl, I was simping hard. I was like, damn, man, you're doing something to me tonight. And I was being honest. You know? And I texted her and I was like, hey, man, sorry I simped for you so hard last night. I was just a few whiskeys in. You know how it is sometimes. And she was like, LOL, it's totally fine. Because, you know, it's funny. It was fun. It was all funny, right? But I think Anna's adorable. And I will say it. She knows. She knows. All right? No. But anyways.
I'm getting his mind.
That's crazy.
There's more. So we're going to watch this together.
Check this. Tomorrow, you'll be able to ask them directly.
But I don't think I've met Jeremy before. Bullet dodged.
Venti is, I think she's a beautiful woman. A lot of people say something about landing a 747 in between her eyes or something like that. I don't know. I think she's hot as fuck.
You see, and he has to do it in a way where he's negging me. Like he can't just say, oh, she's beautiful. And he has to like try to like degrade me and bring me down a notch to seem like, oh, but I'm not simping. See, I'm cool with the.
You know what this reminds me of? His shadow here reminds me of the fat guy meme where he's like, I hate couples that like PDA in public, right? and then it's just like a fat guy wearing a fedora. That's literally the shadow right here. It's like a fat guy wearing a fedora, unironically. Darth Revan, what's up, buddy? Completely off topic, but would you happen to know where to get a set of boom tubes for a decent price? Been wanting the set to go to my dad's drag car, but don't know where to get them. Like NASCAR boom tubes? Yeah, dude. SLI warehouse. You can get there's probably 1,000 of them there. You talking about boom tubes? You just come straight off the headers, like of an SB2 or an R5 or something. I don't know what engine you got, but if it's like a NASCAR style, yeah, they'll have them. They'll have them there for sure. I think it's called SLI warehouse. They have everything. Thank you, Darth Revan. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the gold, boy.
Boys, you see?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hammerheads. Hammerheads with voluptuous breasts.
Oh, Jesus fuck, brother.
Go hit on some fat chicks. No.
Is he doing this again? Is he walking around filming women again? There's no way. Hold on.
For a fat guy, I have really high standards. I mean, I already told you that. I'm into Brittany Venti, so you know I'm into peak woman.
A married man. He's not even saying, oh, she's attractive. It's, I'm into her. Got to be one of the most cringy cases of somebody simping.
Someone said something on Twitter where somebody was like defending Jeremy by saying that I said Brittany Venti to sit on my face or something. Now I don't remember this, but that sounds like something I would say. But mine is actually a joke, right? Because I'm not in any way attracted to Brittany Venti. I mean, she's an attractive lady, but like, I'm like too old now. I don't really care anymore, right? The chick that's asleep in the other room right now is hot. I don't care, man. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? But I used to like literally say that all the time. I'll clear a place on my face if you want to take a seat. Say that to everybody. Like back, you know, when I was early days of streaming, thought it was funny. But they're like, "Oh, he said that," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I didn't mean it. There was literally a joke. Clear a place on my face, like a dinner table, so you can take a seat. That's a fucking joke, obviously, right? LOL. As I laughed, I didn't go, bro. I'd mate with her. I'd mate with her so hard, bro. I'd just, oh god, she's so fucking hot. I like for 10 minutes. That'd be weird, right?
For me, but he always has to do it in the most freakish way possible.
Exactly.
It's always in the most cringy way possible.
Exactly, Art. I say it to dudes too. I say it to Cecil and shit. Exactly. I have an engineering question. Well, let's go. I'll definitely not be able to answer it for you, amateur.
Really think Nicholas Diorio said it the best. He said, there is no range for him. It's always, every time you see the clip of Jeremy, it's always the cringiest shit you've ever seen. Yeah, he's sexualizing me. He's saying he's into me. He's saying that he wants my babies. And just a quick reminder of what he thinks about his own wife.
It's weird, but I don't really connect with people in real life. Like even my wife, I don't really care. It's weird. It's fucked up. It's probably not normal.
Yeah, it's not.
I thought he said this was normal behavior though, right? He said, I'm not normal. But he also defended him walking around filming this as normal behavior. I don't know. Is this what we call a Freudian slip?
It's not normal to be married and do that. And then he doesn't even connect with his wife.
I crave companionship of anonymous people online.
And he craves companionship from other people. When you guys ask him how his weekend is, no, not like that. And he overshares to his homies too on the podcast he used to be on. It's the same thing. It's to impress people. It's, hey, I don't have anything else to offer. Here's the most intimate parts about me. It's of all the things we've seen, they've all been pretty bad. But I think a woman watching this one would be the most hurtful.
Oh God, here we go. What's this going to be? Carify says, how far are we from my 170? Thank you, Carify. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm thinking about you. Every day and night. Every day and night. Thank you, Carify. I appreciate you. Carify.
This one, I think, if she saw it, would tear her up.
NPC. Oh, we got a non-friendly NPC incoming. 1 o'clock. Jump on the transit. Fuck that. No, she's a little old for me. She looks like she's probably... There's the Cladich Irish pub.
Yeah, he stopped himself. What? She looks like she's what? 40 years old, like your wife? It's very interesting.
Yeah, and keep in mind, he said if he left his wife, he he would prefer to be with like a woman in her early 20s,
saying that,
which is less than half of his age, right? Now, look, I'm not gonna fucking pretend, okay, like I didn't hook up with girls that were 22, 23 when I was 29, right? I totally did, you know. And if I was freshly single at 36 and a girl that was 24, 25 was like, hey, let's hang out, I would probably do that because I'm not just gonna lie, brother, man. Not gonna lie, okay? But the fact of the matter is, currently married, saying those things, right? That's the issue. Whose fall is worse, Jack Murphy or Jeremy? Jack Murphy's was really quick. It was like over in what, a week? This shit's just it just keeps going. It just keeps going, you know?
you know, he accidentally shows his search history, right? And he shows forced cream pie. Okay, so that's what he's into. But he's so anxious, right? But he's like, I have anxiety problems. But he's big and bad on Twitter, internet tough guy. But then deletes all his tweets the next day. Says he's gonna get my scalp. Backs off the next day from everyone he said he's gonna get a scalp from. Yellow Flash me, other people. It's crazy. He's like, yeah, that's literally me. I would force the cream pie. I'm posting my Reddit gifs. I'm so scary. Earlier, like a week ago.
Brittany Fanny's for something. She's like, sounds like a cartoon character, like a voice actor. So that I'm so scary. It's funny. I don't know why. It's comedically works. I'm so scary.
Guy, but then deletes all his tweets the next day. Says he's gonna get my scalp. Backs off the next day from everyone he said he's gonna get a scalp from. Yellow Flash me, other people. It's crazy. He's like, yeah, that's literally me. I would force the cream pie. I'm posting my Reddit gifs. I'm so scary. Earlier, like a week ago, he said that he would hard cut alcohol.
I also hard cut.
Oh God, I don't know. Hey, it just got me.
Like a week ago, he said that he would hard cut alcohol.
I also hard cut alcohol on my birthday too. So I mean, that's it's been 2 days, but
good job.
Yeah, but I'm just doing a hard cut, complete cut.
And turns out he accidentally showed in one of the frames that little fireball drink that you can see is half full. He knows this is destructive behavior. He knows that he is very emotional and he's the one in the wrong. He's cutting it out because he, on some level, knows that this behavior is unacceptable and that alcohol enables him to do it because he gets that liquid courage. And then the next day it's him being meek and quiet. Oh, I said I would get people's scalps. Well, I don't want to focus on that. It's not worth my time. He'll give those sort of excuses that it's not worth his time. We all know what Jeremy has been going up to this weekend.
First, I want to talk about the Erica Kirk backlash. This is continued on.
This was the video I saw today. I got a piece of skin on my nose and it's bothering me because it's in my peripheral. So I saw this video today and I just noticed that Jeremy looked fucking haggard. He looks haggard as fuck in this video, bro. Like straight haggard. Mary Maldonado says, hey.
Deserved. Ghoulish.
Oh, he's wearing the lone wolf hat again, guys.
Undeserved. Ghoulish. Gross. Demonic.
Bro, you're friends with sex cult person. What do you mean demonic?
Yeah, he might, Jeff, he might have a problem, right?
Candace Owens driven, click monetization driven, horrible behavior.
Click driven behavior.
The self-awareness of a damn lobster in a steaming pot of fucking water, bro. They're doing it all for clicks. You're literally stealing all your shorts. Brother, God is wild. This is wild.
Yes, Jeremy Hambly knows nothing about that. I think he's just mad that she does it better. Jeremy just can't compete with Black Girl Magic. He can't do it. He clickbaits all he wants and, he just gets out schizo by Candace Owens.
There was a little clip of Erica Kirk crying.
He's going to come save the day, guys. He's going to be a nice guy. He's gonna be a nice guy to Erica Kirk. Isn't that so sweet?
Whose husband was publicly assassinated 6 months ago. Again, trying to surround herself with people she knows.
Wow. Jeremy is so empathetic. Guys, I can feel the empathy radiating from here. He suddenly understands other people's emotions.
Listen, if I was outed as like the biggest asshole on the fucking planet by all of my peers and borderline a sociopath by all of my peers and myself in videos, I probably wouldn't be releasing a video like kind of pretending like I'm tearing up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like pretending like I'm tearing up and acting like I'm the most empathetic person on the planet. Bruh, I'd wait like a few months for that video. I gotta be honest. You know?
What? He's almost as empathetic as iDubbbz. I don't like that look he's giving me. Let's pick a different freeze.
People
you know what? I'm just gonna listen.
she feels comfortable. People like JP Sears. It is
Look, the article says he's a lone wolf. Hold on. Look. Right there, bottom left, he's a lone wolf. He's really got some nerve to talk about people doing clickbaity things. Candace isn't stealing content, as far as I know. She's not spamming shorts and stealing their content, putting her logo over it and not crediting them. Who is he to talk about clickbaiting? It's a person telling him to go remove himself from this earth, dismiss yourself from life, eat doobie-doobie-doos. Have you passed away yet? That's what they said to him. From TheQuartering, says, good morning, and then shows his profile. Come to find out, it's his friend on Facebook. It's the same guy. Look, same profile picture, same name. This is YouTube's Jussie Smollett. This is the best he could do. You have to be brain damaged to do this so blatantly. I'm supposed to believe his friend just sent him that message genuinely.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about this the other day about how low effort his shenanigans are. You know, like he's not even sending himself fake messages. He's just asking people to do it, and or that could be one of his accounts. I don't really know, but he's doing things without covering any tracks, and people can just Google it in 2 seconds and be like, "Oh, you just faked this," and he's like, "Oh, fuck, why'd I do that?" Right? Why'd I do that? Jeff said he realized he probably can't help that he relies on alcohol too much. Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. You know what I'm saying? He definitely, at this point, you can't help it, right? I mean, I have friends like that, Jeff. You know, and they're not bad people at all. I'm not implying that. It's just they have to drink, man. They got to drink every night, right? They can't stop. You know. Now, to be fair, most of them they're pretty functioning. I think all of them are relatively pretty good functioning, but you know they're already in the problem area, and I am sure Jeremy is. My man's drinking hard liquor every night. You know what I'm saying?
He's dumb, but he thinks everyone is as dumb as him. I think so. This is why Jeremy can't make videos or good videos, things that actually have substance, because he can't script to save his life. He can't write. He can't even correctly write his own threats to try to pretend to be the victim. He's actually the victim and being harassed. And the evidence is just his friend on Facebook. Could have got a little more creative with it, you know? Like, can you at least pretend to be the victim a little more entertainingly? I just want to remind you guys, this was also Jeremy.
Spent much time thinking about how to best handle the issues with harassment and cyberbullying in Magic. My wife has long been a victim of these actions. No evidence of that, of course. His wife is a nobody. No one would know who she is if she wasn't married to him. So I find that extraordinarily hard to believe.
I also find your threats extraordinarily hard to believe, Jeremy. So here's my theory. Here's my theory about the fake
What's going on,
threat
everyone?
thing.
Jeremy,
like I've been saying, this is from his Jeremy Hambly channel. This is from 7 hours ago. The channel that he's hiding out on. Now, you guys all know about the doobie-doobie-doo filler he does. That's his little thing. But
Oh, that's the video we already watched. That's the one where he just doesn't say anything for a solid 30 seconds. It's very strange. All right. Now we're all caught up. And I'm sure there will be more tomorrow. Every day there's more. It never stops. And it's fun to kind of go over, right? It's like a case study in human behavioral science. I'm enjoying it. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to, and it's also, it's a learning experience for a lot of people on what not to do. I think it's very educational, you know? So I've been having a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun. Big shout out to everybody that supports your boy. We're 1 like from 600. So do me a favor. One of you bitches, like the show. I got to get the hell off here and eat because I'm not eating today. I've had a protein bar, a protein shake, and a low-carb tortilla with low-fat cheese. That's all I've had today. So I need to go eat something before I freaking pass the hell out. And then I got to start working on some stuff for tomorrow. Need to send a bunch of emails to some potential race stuff and get that all sorted out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, Eric, I agree with that. So thank you guys so much for everything you do for me. Shout out to Carify. Shout out to DGZ5. GZ. I'm sorry, I love you. Shout out to Danny Root, Slosher, Maverick Kuba, Knife Boy, Auburn Boys, Gregory Lieber, TF Squid, Chair Tard, Timid Observer, of course, 1-2 cents, of course, Billy, John B. Smith, a big $350 from John B. Smith. That's insane, dude. Thank you. M. Dimmel, of course, Nerdy Mechanic. Thank you, baby. I love you. Thank you guys. You guys are just so damn supportive on a Monday. Probably the most super chats I've got on a Monday in like 6 months. I really appreciate it. I don't deserve that shit at all. You guys don't have to do that. I really, really am thankful for it. I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks for everybody that watched the race on Fox Sports 1 and came to the race and saw your boy get the career best Talladega finish. Appreciate that. We're going to do Naked Snake, and then we're going to raid. So make sure you stay for the raid. Make sure you stay for the raid. Very, very important, okay? Stay for the raid. Thank you, long last name, by the way. Because we're going to raid somebody. We're going to give them some views. Let them get a little taste of the glory. See what it tastes like. For fun. It's always fun to raid some peeps. So make sure you stay for that. Very, very important. Thank you. I'm trying to find somebody real quick. It's kind of hard. Okay. It's hard. It's so hard to find. No one's ever streaming this late. Why do I stream this late? I missed your race. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube. Careful. By the way. Trying to find somebody. Sorry, guys. We'll probably do Smash. No, you know what? We're going to do King Queso. Fuck it. Ray Cecil. Oh, wait. All right, we're going to do Naked Snake and get the hell off here. I'll probably be live again tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. I don't know yet for sure, but that's looking likely. So thank you guys so much. Let's do Naked Snake, and then we're going to raid King Queso. He's playing a game. He's a good dude. Give him a sub. Give him some love. Let's do Naked Snake. Get the hell on it, doggone it. You guys ready? It's that time again. The 611th in a row. Don't forget to hit that like button. We're going to be back. We're going to hang out. There's going to be always more to cover. Thank you, Carify. Appreciate you. Love you, Jeff. Appreciate you, brother. Here we go.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill.
It's that time again, boys. Here we go. The grift is real.
What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
Snake eater in my time. There be nobody else. I'm crying It's the way I fly to you. Clarify. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Here we go, boys.
Someday we'll go red. Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive. For the day.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there be nobody else. Cry, it's the way I fly to you. Terrify, oh my God. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. 611 in a row, boys. Unbelievable. Here we go. One more time. Oh, yeah. Thank you guys so much for all your love, all your support. Can't wait to see you guys again. We're coming back. We're going to be right back, boys. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Every day, man. We don't stop. We keep on going. Hell yeah. We're going to raid Queso. The VOD will be up. I'm going to edit the intro out, obviously, like I always do. The chat will be on the screen, so it's all still there. Share it with all your boys. Don't forget to subscribe and like the show. I love you. Appreciate you. Shout out to John B. Shout out to Jeff on the road. Shout out to all my boys. Shout out to GZ. Shout out to Carify. Shout out to everybody. Slosher. All my boys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Follow me on Instagram and X, of course, to keep up everything I'm doing. I'll see you guys over at Queso's show. Get the hell on it, Dee doggone it. Be back tomorrow, boys. Hell yeah. Let's go.